Hello, everyone. Hello. Welcome. Now, first things first, I want to welcome Beverly Catalan. I hope I said that right. Welcome, and thank you for being part of the SMD family, not only to the channel, but the members only group. I much appreciated it. Appreciated, Beverly. When we get a chance, can you just tell me how you found me and what made you choose to become a member? I would love to hear your story. Appreciate it. So welcome everybody. As always, we're going to give you guys about 3 minutes to get up in here. This article thing is going to be new. So what I need to, let's do, we're going to do it a quick way. So for now, we'll figure out a more efficient way later. But for now, I want you to tell you what, email me the links, email me the article links that you guys want me to read. Then I'll get them and then I'll come in here because right now that's the only way I can do this right now because this is all new. So let me put up my email so you guys can do that. Here's the email. And I'll let you know how it all goes in a minute. We're going to wait about a total of 3 minutes before we get started, okay? But if you're new to the channel and this is your first time joining, welcome. Appreciate you all. And SMD family members, I hope you see Beverly there. She's the newest member and she's a members only member too. So welcome, Beverly. What's up, Joseph? How you doing, man? LJ Aliens only live stream to levitate above the madness. Exactly. Got to unplug, man. I unplug from all that. It can get, that stuff can get overwhelming, man. I unplug that. Beverly says, thanks a lot, LG and the SMB family. I really appreciate it. LG, what is LG? Oh, you must mean LJ. I'm LJ. If you're referring to me, I'm LJ. Okay, I'm like, LG, what's LG? Thank you, Joseph. Much appreciated. What's up, Nicer? Get up in here. We got about 20 seconds left before we get started. What's up, Gabriel? Our cart. These past 3 months have taught me everything I need to know about life. Yeah, man, you're getting a big old lesson. What's up, James? Welcome, James Sandman. Blessings to you too. Welcome, appreciate it. What's up, Hyphy? How you doing? Welcome in there. You see the new member, Hyphy? Beverly, not Gabriel, Beverly. All right, we're gonna get started. Welcome, everybody. My name is LJ Young, and I am a 100% debt-free motivational speaker and personal finance educator. I help people become financially free by helping them financially see outside what I call the debt matrix. And the debt matrix is a place where everybody lives that believes in credit and debt and financing everything that goes down in value, wondering why they're still living paycheck to paycheck. Well, that was me for the first 40 years of my life. I was doing all that. I college educated, successful six-figure earning computer engineer, all that. You know, when you're in the debt matrix, if you make six figures, that equals success, right? But that's only in the debt matrix. I didn't know that, right? Until I woke up one day realizing that I was like, man, why am I making 6 digits and I'm living paycheck to paycheck? Didn't even make sense, but I didn't have the answer. So believe it or not, the banks gave me the answer. Honestly, the banks gave me the answer. And this is how they did it. One day I went to go get a loan. Now, mind you, I've been following all the credit rules. I've always good credit, good job, blah, 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 making money. And I always got the loans that I asked for, right? I've never been turned down except this one time. They said no. Now, this was the first time it confused me when they said no. Now, mind you, when I was getting this loan, I was getting a loan to pay off another loan, okay? I was just doing the same debt pattern. But this time they said no. And I was like, wait a minute. Why? And then they said, well, Mr. Young, your debt to income ratio, you're in debt more this way and you only earn this much, but you're in debt this much. I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. But then I had to take a step back. And this is what I did. I was like, but wait a minute, wait 1 minute. Something doesn't make sense. I followed all the credit rules all my life. Good credit, multiple credit cards, revolving credit, good job, always paying my bills on time, blah, blah, blah. I was doing it to a T. You know how I know this? Because my credit score reflected it. I always had a 700 credit score, 800 credit score. That was my badge of honor. Like, woo, look at me. I'm Mr. Man. Look at my score. But this time, they told me no, regardless of my credit score. And I was like, wait a minute, that doesn't make sense. I followed all the rules. You guys got me into this debt. I got into this deep of debt because I followed the rules. That's what didn't make any sense to me. That was the glitch in the debt matrix for me. I was like, wait a minute. You got me here. Now you're telling me no. It was almost like I was looking around like, okay, wait a minute. What's going on? Something I'm not seeing. I knew I wasn't seeing something. And then I came across, found Dave Ramsey. Dave Ramsey said, LJ, he wasn't talking to me personally, but I'm just saying, LJ, apply the math that you learned in grade school to your finances and you'll win with money. That's it. Voila. And I was like, no, it can't be that easy. And I did it. Once I believed in mathematics, I was free. That's it. I'm financially free now. Once I believed in mathematics, it was the simplest of things. And there's not only am I free, the psychological part, you don't really understand the strong psychological part of being in debt, right? I was raised to believe debt was just part of life, and that's not true. That's a belief. But when you're in debt, you don't know to ask the question. You don't say, hey, is it true you got to be in debt all your life? You don't know. I didn't even know to ask that question. I didn't even know. But anyway, now that I'm out of debt, now what I do is help people get out of debt by exposing the glitches in the debt matrix. And you're probably asking, what are the glitches? Things that don't make mathematical sense, yet people continue to do them, right? It just doesn't make any sense, right? Like believing you're a homeowner with a 30-year mortgage, right? You just say, hey, I'm a homeowner, but you have a 30-year mortgage, right? Yeah, but you believe you're a homeowner? Yeah. And I was like, ooh, that's a glitch, because I can prove it to be mathematically not true, right? Or keeping your student loans your entire life, even though you went to college for 4 years. That just doesn't make sense. You go, wait a minute, you went to college for 4 years, right? Yeah. Then why are your student loans older than your children? That doesn't make sense. Why would you keep them that long? It just doesn't. And all you got to do is stop and say, yeah, wait a minute, that doesn't make sense. Why am I doing it? Because the collective are doing it, right? So everybody around you. So if everybody got student loan debt around you, that's why you have student loans, because everybody around you have student loans and everybody believes it's normal. Only people in student loan debt believe having student loan debt is normal. Okay. Those are the glitches in the debt matrix. So, because math is undeniable, right? Once I show the math, people always have to say, yeah, I know the math is right, but there is no but. 1 + 1 = 2. 10 + 10 = 20. 10 take away 5 is 5. It's nothing. There's no ifs, ands, buts about it, whatever, right? And one last glitch. Let me give you say like this: add up all your savings, and then go savings minus your mortgage equals your equity. So do that. Savings minus your mortgage equal your equity. And some of you will scratch your head. Wait a minute, that's in the negative. Exactly. The equity doesn't even exist. That's an illusion. That's a mathematical illusion. Anyway, that's what I do. I expose those things, and all people have to do is believe their own mathematics. If you want to be free, this is all you got to do. Add up all your savings, add up all your debt. Savings minus debt equals your money in real life. Yes, including your mortgage. Yes, including your student loans. Yes, including your collections. Yes, including bills that you think are going to fall off. All that stuff that people in debt say. Now all you got to do is believe your own math. Once you do it, now you got to say, damn, do I believe my own math? Did I put those numbers in my calculator right? Yeah. I punched those numbers in myself, right? Now all you got to do is believe your own math. That's the hard part. That's the hard pill to swallow. What is that pill? That's the red pill. That, you know how they always say, oh man, that sure is a tough pill to swallow. You know why it's tough to swallow? Because it's the red pill. That's why it's tough to swallow. You've been swallowing blue pills all your life. They're all small, nice and convenient, compact, just go down your throat, just bloop, But the red pills are like this. You don't know whether to cut it up or take it in pieces, stuff it all the way down in your mouth, it's very tough to swallow. That's where the saying comes from. All right. Now, today's show is about reading articles to you guys from a debt-free perspective, right? So you can understand what these articles really mean. It's almost like, the best way I can describe this, it's almost like talking in code to people that understand, but you're talking out in the open, if that makes sense, right? It's very difficult to explain. If you've been in debt, you only see one economy. There's two economies. There's one in the debt matrix, and then there's one outside the debt matrix. Okay. If you're in debt, you will never know this one. You'll never see it. You don't know how to speak the language. It's like going to another country. You can't come over here and think you're going to fool anybody, because the only language you speak is debt. So you're going to come over here, and as soon as you start speaking debt, people over here understand that you're in debt, because only people in debt do things with money. They say things about money. They believe people with money look a certain way. They believe people with money live in a certain area. But they don't realize that's from TV. TV tells them that, hey, if you're rich, you live in Beverly Hills. If you're rich, you live in this part of town. That's what TV says, right? And you just don't believe that, right? We don't believe that. Anyway, let's, any of you guys have any articles that you can email me right now that we can get into it? Let me go over to my email. There's my email right there. So email me any articles like related to what's going on right now. Maybe you want some clarification on it. As long as it's a financial article, okay? All right, let's see. While I wait on articles, because I didn't get none. This show's about you guys, okay? I'm trying some new stuff. Try some new stuff so I don't get bored. I really don't want to get bored, okay? I'm trying my best not to. I want to spice things up, turn things around, do some different stuff, but let's see. Yep, it said James, that first time. All right, Joe says nicer grind time. Get that bread. I'm still inside watching cooking shows. What's up, Cosmic? I see you. See you sneak in there. Birthday girl finally. I know she just ended her birthday. She had her birthday week. Did you guys notice that, family? Did you guys notice that? Once she got offline telling us about her birthday when she did that show, we ain't heard from Cosmic since. Where'd you go, Cosmic? Vegas? What'd you do? There must be a side of Cosmic that we don't know about, okay? She just like vanished. Poop, it's my birthday. See ya. Our carb, once you take the red pill, you won't go back. Our carb, once you take the red pill, you can't go back. There is no going back. There is no going back. Once you swallow that red pill, that's it. And I'm learning, let me tell you guys something. I'm learning this. I've learned that I must take the red pill in every aspect of my life. Every single aspect. Every aspect. Hold on for a second. I got to turn the AC on. 1 second here. In order to reach that next level, no, not even level. When you get on this side of zero, it's different. Once you get that next piece of your puzzle, I've realized that I must take the red pill in every aspect of my life. And it's the same with this mathematics things. You must believe what you see, not what you hear. Okay. In everything, if you're seeing something like, hey, I see it, now you got to believe it. It's no different. It's no different than mathematics. It's the same way in your personal life. You got to, once you see it, you got to say, okay, I see it. Now, what are you going to do about it? You see it happening, right? What are you going to do about it? You got to take the red pill. Once you take the red pill in every aspect of your life, your whole life is going to be better. I promise you. Promise you. Gabriel says LJ has so much freedom that he gets bored. Now that's funny, Gabriel. That's funny. No, when I say bored, let me clarify bored. When I say bored, I'm saying it's getting boring trying to teach people to believe their own mathematics. That's what I mean by bored. It's more than not bored. It's weird. Let's say it's weird. It's weird saying, hey, I want you to believe that 1 + 1 = 2. Come on, just believe it, please. It's like it's the weirdest thing to me. Why won't you believe? Because that's why you guys always hear me say, "Is my math right? Is my math right?" And they say yes. Then I say to myself, if my math is right, then why are we even arguing? I don't get it. My math is right? Yeah. You said it's right? Yeah. Then why are we arguing? Why are we not even arguing? Why are we disagreeing? Because I wouldn't even argue with somebody that disagreed with mathematics. That would make me look dumb. If I'm arguing about 1 + 1 = 2, well, you know what? If you do this and that, you could turn that into 3. Why would I even entertain? And that's just dumb. Beverly says, what if I'm negative because of mortgage, LJ? Well, understand this, Beverly. The majority of people are negative with mortgage, but I want you to understand something. This is the psychological part. First, you have to recognize, Beverly, that you are negative when you have a mortgage. I know it's weird, but the majority of people don't understand. They believe if the majority of people with 30-year mortgages believe that house is theirs. They believe it. But in mathematical reality, they're in the negative because they don't even own the house. So the step one, recognizing and accepting that you are in the negative with a mortgage. Once you recognize that, that's when you move on to the next step. Okay, what type of mortgage do you have? If you have an FHA mortgage, that's a different type of thing, because FHA mortgages are only for people that absolutely refuse to accept that they cannot afford a home. Those are the only people that get FHA mortgages, people that don't accept it. When you walk into a bank and you don't know you're broke, the bank is going to financially abuse you by giving you an FHA mortgage. You walk into the bank and apply for a mortgage and you don't know you're broke, they already know what type of mortgage they're going to give you, an FHA mortgage. Why? Because you don't know you're broke. So they're going to financially do you. This is business. It's nothing personal. The banks are not doing anything to anybody. They're not big, bad, and evil. They're not. Snuggles says, good show last night. Sorry, you caught that, Snuggles. I ain't seen you in a minute. What's going on, man? James Sandman says, LJ question, can you use your 401k to pay off a house with no penalty? You sure can right now. You sure can. No penalty. 10% penalty has been removed because of the CARES Act, I believe, right? Was it the CARES Act, Cosmic? I think it goes till the end of this year. And plus, usually they stopped you at about 50,000. They even removed that cap. You can go all the way to 100,000, pull it all out. Well, let me not take that back. I don't know about all out, but a large majority of it out. Put it that way. Cosmic says, LOL, been out here living best life with a small set of friends and always networking. I'm a Gemini, lots of sides. Beverly says, rental mortgage with 20% down. Okay, so you're talking business. That's different, Beverly. That's different. I'm just talking personal mortgages. Business side debt is totally different because it's tax different. Okay, all I'm saying is this, Beverly. If your finance, I'm only talking personal finance, excuse me. I'm only talking personal finances. If your personal finances are in the negative, you start with the business of you, right? Add up all your savings, add up all your debt. Savings minus debt equals if the business of you is still in business. If you're personally in the negative, the business of you is not in business. You must start there. If you start there, any business outside of you is going to be almost guaranteed to be financially successful, right? You start here personally. When you get out and you decide to say you're going to do a rental home. Okay, say like you're about to do a rental home. You think, what kind of mortgage am I going to get for a rental home? Whatever the best one is. Whatever the one is the best interest rate, the best tax savings, the best of everything. That's the only one you want to accept. So when you walk in the bank, you say, hey, I'm looking to get a loan for a rental or mortgage for a rental, whatever you're trying to do. And the bank's going to say, hey, what kind you want? You're going to say the best one. Which one is going to save me the most money, taxes, IRS, all that stuff? Which one? Which one? That's the one I want. That's it. You will not accept anything less. Nothing. Any type of business loan you get, it's only the best. Hey, I need to open a business over there. What type of loan am I going to get? The best business loan on the market, the best business loan throughout the whole United States of America. That's the only one you're going to accept. James Sadman says, LJ, I'm about to be debt free. Congratulations. You need to become a member then. You need to become a member of the SMD family group, the private member only. It's called Life North of Zero. When you're newly debt free, you're a baby. Okay. Trust me, there's a lot of things you don't know when you're newly debt free. Join the group. Not only me, SMD family members, we will guide you. We'll take you along the way. But all the SMD family members know we all trust mathematics. That's step one. You come over, you ask questions, you automatically got to understand. You must trust math. That's the only type of information we're giving you. Math, things that make mathematical sense, because math and money are one. Okay? Cosmic says, yep, CARES Act only this year, and you have 3 years to pay income tax on it if you're pulling money out of your 401k. So what that means is that the IRS are giving you 3 years. So say like you pulled out $50,000 on your 401k, right? There's going to be taxes on $50,000. But what the IRS is going to do is that they're going to give you 3 years to pay back the taxes on the $50,000. See what I'm saying? So that's a win-win. And also, if you pay off your house, you always got to look at it like this. If you pay it off, there are trillions. There's trillions of dollars in mortgage debt. Trillions, right? That's millions of people that believe they're homeowners, that simply believe they're homeowners, right? You pay your house off, you will be a homeowner. While you're a real homeowner, that's millions of people that are simply loan owners, and they don't even know it. Okay? Gabriel says, LJ, something has to happen after unemployment runs out, like a big something, a very big something. I don't know what that is. And let me tell you guys something. It's not stimulus money. It's not stimulus money. That's not going to do it. Stimulus money is not going to save the whole entire economy. Okay, it's not. $1,200. Another stimulus check is not. It's going to help. Stimulus checks don't even help people in debt. They just don't understand that, right? But this is something big. Something big has to happen. And I keep repeating this. Donald Trump's ego is too big to let the largest economic crash happen on his watch. He's not going to let it happen. I don't believe it. He's not going to let it happen. There is no way he's going to come in and redo the whole tax system. He redid the whole, I know people in debt don't understand what that means, but he redid the tax system. It hasn't been changed like that in 50, 60 years, something like that, some crazy number, right? You think he's going to do that and then fail on the economy? No, that's not going to happen. He's going to do something, and it's going to be big. It has to be big. Has to be. Snuggle says, I've been working on being like you. That's a lot of work trying to be financially free. There is no other option. See, that's what Snuggles, you got to do this. You got to remember this. When you say things like that, you got to use the right words to yourself. You got to understand. You got to say, there is no other option. If I don't do this, I'm going to be a slave until I'm dead. Right now, I'm a slave. When you're in debt, you're a slave, and money doesn't even exist for you, Snuggles. Anything you have in your pocket and maybe some change in the car, maybe you got some coins inside of a Coke bottle inside your room. None of that even exists. Money doesn't exist for people in debt in any form. Okay. A lot of other has to be done. Everything has to be done. Else you're going to be a slave. There is no choice. Cosmic says rental home mortgages are different breed. You have to pay at least 20% down. No FHAs for those types of those types are even offered. And I want you to, Beverly, I want you to, Cosmic Wisdom is really good at that stuff. She is the go-to SMD family member that understands that way deeper than me. I don't own any property, no realty, no rentals. I don't own any of that stuff. So she is the go-to person. James says, can I also use 401k to pay HELOC or use savings? Can I use them? Can I use 401k to pay off a HELOC? Would I do that? James, okay, James, is your HELOC your only debt? Your mortgage and your HELOC your only debt? Let's start with there. Let's start with there. Beverly says, what is the best repayment 10% for lump sum or double the payment to invest the cash flow from rental property with employment income cash flow? Okay, that's a question for Cosmic. Okay, that's Cosmic Wisdom question. Because I'm sure she understands all of that. I don't understand any of that. So, Cosmic, take it over. Okay, James says yes. Okay. My goal here is to get you out of debt. Okay, that's my goal. And if, so you got a mortgage and a HELOC. Are you saying you have enough money in your 401k to pay off the HELOC or your whole house? Okay, tell me that part. Which do you have? You got enough money in your 401k to pay off the HELOC in your house? And that's your last debt? If that's the case, I'm going to tell you this right now. If that's the case, I would do it. Okay, I would do it. If I had enough money right now, especially right now with the 10% penalty removed, if I had enough money in my 401k to pay off my HELOC and my house, I would do it in a second. Yeah, you would have to pay off the HELOC first before you pay off. They wouldn't even let you do that they wouldn't let you pay off the house without the HELOC. Okay, that I know of. James says, I would need some of the 401k to pay off the HELOC. Anything that gets you out of debt, right now is the time. Put it this way. Right now is the time to use your money. Let's put it this way. Let's put it this way, James. That's what I want you to do, James. I want you to do this. I want you to go your 401k minus your mortgage and HELOC equals how much money you have today. All right. Tell me what that number is. Add up your 401k minus your HELOC and mortgage combined. Put those two together, mortgage and HELOC, and then go 401k minus your mortgage and HELOC. How much money is that? What does that come to? Is that in a negative or is it in the positive? You tell me. If it's in the negative, that's your money in real life. Right now, I'm gonna tell you what I would do. Okay. If I had a 401k, enough in my 401k to pay off my house, I would do it. I would do it. Especially, put it this way. Let's say another thing too. Is this a house you want to die in? Well, I guess it won't matter if it's paid off. Is this a house that are you going to be living in for the next 5 years? Are you planning on living in this house for the next 5 years? If you paid off this house, are you living here for the next 5 years, 10 years? What's your goal? I guess, because if your goal is to, what's your goal? What's your goal? Let me not get too far. You guys come across any articles? Remember, this is an article. This is an article thing, man. I want you guys to send in some articles, okay? I don't mind the questions. Please keep the questions coming. I love the question, but I do want to read some articles because people are panicking right now, right? They're trying to get information. What should I do? It's a pandemic. Oh my God. Should I buy, sell, invest? Should I do? I can get it. And if this is you, if you're new to the channel and you're hearing about people saying, hey, you should invest at this time. When you hear that, the first thing you need to understand, you need to ask yourself, is investing even an option for me? Right? Excuse me. Is investing even an option for me? Like, don't listen to anybody talking about investing. You need to see if it's even an option for you. Add up all your savings, add up all your debt. Savings minus debt equals how much money you have to invest. If that's in a negative, investing is not an option for you. The only investing you need to do is in yourself. The only investing that you can do is in yourself. That's it. You can't do anything outside yourself with negative dollars. That's impossible. You can't do that. That's mathematically impossible. Okay. James said, I would need some of the, oh, okay. He already said that. All right. So the only watch out is the 401ks are being long-term investing, so be careful pulling it out unless you are using it to buy cash flow assets. Be careful if you don't want to get in debt again. Exactly, right? So if you pulling out your 401k to pay off your house, that's a cash flowing asset. So you pay off your house, that's guaranteed money. If you ever get in trouble, you need some fast money, you need some large money, a house is going to get you that, okay? All you got to do, I need money. Sell your house, you got money. That's it. That's guaranteed money. James says, LJ, 401k has enough to pay off mortgage, but will leave 18K left on the HELOC. Now, James, I don't know if you can pay off a house and owe on the HELOC. You see what I'm saying? Because the HELOC is secured by the house. So, I mean, I'm just guessing. Maybe Cosmic knows more about that. But I'm just saying right now, if I was planning on staying in my house for the next 10 years, I would pay my house off. I would pay it off. I would pay it off. No, your 401k investment is not going to, anything your 401k is invested in right now is nothing compared to owning a house. Nothing. There's nothing on the market that compares to it. Nothing. There's no investment that your 401k is in better than a paid off house. How do I know this? I know you're thinking, well, how do you know that, LJ? Trillions of dollars in mortgage loan debt with a T. Trillions. That's millions of people that believe they're homeowners. They just believe it. They're nothing but loan owners. You pay your house off, you will be a homeowner, a true one. That a paid off house will place you financially ahead of millions of people that believe they're homeowners. You see how it does? See how that is? There's nothing like it. Nothing. There's nothing that compares to owning a house. Truly, while people are walking around here calling themselves homeowners, you will be one. Okay? Don't worry about the taxes. You'll pay them. You make sure everything's legit. IRS is straight. They get their money. Don't mess around. Everything's legal. Hey, I did this. I pay taxes on that. Don't mess around. Be a legal homeowner. Your money will return to you in tenfold. James says, I keep home as a rental. My other property paid off. Oh, wow. Nice, man. You're ahead of the game. You're ahead of the game. Congratulations. Now, I hope you see how I did that, James. No stuff I see on TV, no stock market prices dropping and falling. All I'm doing is looking at people. I don't pay attention to anything on TV. No stock market numbers. No, look, it's doing that. I don't care. I just watch people. What are the majority of people doing? They believe they're homeowners with mortgages. Okay, I'm going to be a true homeowner by paying my house off. They believe the only way to get a car is financing. Oh, really? Then I'll buy mine for half price for people that believe that the only way they can get it is financing it. See what I'm saying? What's going on, Dave Sincere? How you doing? Cosmic says you can have a HELOC without a mortgage. Okay. Oh yeah, because it's still secured by the house. Yeah, you're right. Okay. Yeah, you definitely, if you have a paid off house, you better believe the bank ain't going to turn you down for a HELOC. So yeah, that makes sense. They ain't going to turn you down because it's secured by the house. So thank you, Nicer. So anybody got any articles? Now let me see if what you guys posted inside the Discord server. If you haven't joined the Discord server, I didn't put it in details of this video, but I will the next video and this one's over too. And then at 6 o'clock today, I have a members only video that I'm gonna be doing for members only. Okay. Shout out to James for the $9.99 super chat. Thank you, sir. The game you just gave me is worth millions. Thank you, sir. You pay your house off, you're going to be worth millions. Just like that. While everybody's walking around calling themselves homeowners, calling themselves a homeowner, you will be one. Hey, check this out, James. It doesn't matter what people in debt believe. Hey, whatever they believe, they walk into I was on O'Shea's last night, man. It was just, I just love opening people's eyes. I really do. Like, let me give you an example, James. Check this out. Okay. And these are unwritten rules that the banks use. It's amazing just to watch the bank, just the way they do with their puppet strings. It's just amazing to watch. I'm just like, wow, damn, you can't even see the strings. I'm like, banks, any bank representatives watching this movie, let me tell you, whatever you guys are doing, it's amazing. I don't even see the strings. I wave my hands over their heads like people in debt. I wave my hands like this. My hands don't even get caught up in the strings. How you guys do that? That's amazing, man. How you guys do that? I mean, I know that's generations of work, all right? I know it's generations, but I'm new to the game. I'm just coming on scene, right? And I know I'm like 6 now, okay? I'm not in diapers anymore. I'm about 6, between age 6 and 10. But man, you guys are amazing. Check it out, Jane. So when a person goes to, say like a person had saved up $20,000 for a down payment on a house, right? But they have $100,000 in student loan debt. Now, mathematically, that's 20,000 minus 100,000 is negative 80,000. Negative 80,000. So the $20,000 that they believe they have saved up doesn't even exist. Doesn't exist, right? And so if the person walks into the bank asking the bank for a mortgage, and when the bank runs their credit report and sees that they're negative $80,000 in the hole while asking for a mortgage, the bank is going to immediately know that this person doesn't understand money, and they're going to financially abuse them for not trusting mathematics. They're going to financially abuse them. They're going to be like, they're going to say things like this in the back room. They're going to be like, yeah, this person has $100,000 in student loan that they've been keeping for 10 years, but they believe that they're going to come in and get a $300,000 mortgage and pay it off in 30? No, they're not. FHA mortgage for you. Those people get FHA mortgages. People that believe that they're going to own a house with a 20-year-old student loan, FHA mortgages for you. They pass them out like hotcakes. Here, FHA mortgage for you. Here you go. You want one? You want one? Don't worry about what's in it. Don't worry. Hey, just sign on the dotted line. Don't worry. PMI? What's PMI? That's it. This is what they go. People in debt, they go, what is PMI? You know what the bank says? It's insurance. And then the people in debt believe it. They go, it's insurance? Yeah, it's insurance. Okay. Then they sign on the dotted line. They don't know to ask, hey, what type of insurance is that? Is that insurance for me? Then the bank would have to answer, no, it's not for you. We just said it's insurance. Listen, PMI is insurance, right? Yeah, it's insurance. Sure is. Sign there, please. Just sign. Don't worry about the type of insurance. If their translation of insurance is they believe it's insurance for them. No, it's not. That's why people with FHA mortgages, they get financially abused because they don't know. Jane says, thank you. Thank you, LJ came here from ODJ. Okay. Dr. O'Shea Duke Jackson. I love what you were talking about. Appreciate it, James. I think I think O'Shea is going to get with me later on today. I might end up having to do 3 shows today. But I love what I do, so. Have you guys come across any articles, any financial articles you might have questions on or anything like that? I want to read these things to you. And if I have to start it off, I will. I'll just go find one. Let me see. Throw that up there first. Now, what are some good financial articles? Let's see here. Let's see. Anybody come across some good ones? Let me check the Discord server. I think Jaw's been putting in some good ones. Let's see here. Let's check it out. Let's see what Jaw's been. No, I ain't gonna do that one. Second round of stimulus checks. Let's read through that. Let's copy that link, send that to myself. All right. Nice says, I didn't get notification you was on O'Shea's channel. Well, nice. The only place I could put that in, I put that in the Discord server under everyone. That's the only way I could notify you guys. And I put it into the YouTube community. I put that in there. So, YouTube is, All right. So let me bring up this one, you guys. Okay. This is one by Jaws 2003. Through this one in the Discord server. Okay. And it's about the second round of stimulus checks. Let me go look that up real quick here. Now, while we're waiting, if you need my help in creating a plan, go to SavingsMinusDebt.com and sign up for your 3-minute consultation. And we'll get started right away. Okay. Because I love it. No wasting time. I won't waste your time. I know it's scary enough to just admitting that you're, to just finally admit that you're in debt and need some help to get out. That's cool. But remember, I'm going to teach you in a way that you're never going to forget. All right. I promise you, you'll never forget. Once you understand what I teach you, you're never going to forget. Okay. All right, here we go. I found one. So let me share this screen. 1 second. All right, let me remove these banners. All right, so let's go over this one real quick here. All right, now for those of you that are new to my channel, okay, you got to remember, I read these articles slow because I'm translating it into debt-free language, okay, from debt to debt-free. All right, so let's read this. Held checks. Second coronavirus stimulus check could come in August after Congress comes back from 2-week vacations. So with this title, they're promising you nothing, and they're trying to make you angry at Congress for taking a vacation before approving it. I don't know why they're doing that. It doesn't, because there really is no significance of them telling us that they're on a 2-week vacation. So what? Was that a planned vacation? Was it, maybe that vacation was planned last year? Who knows? And it just happened to happen right now. Who cares? That's irrelevant. Okay. All right. Next one. All right. U.S. politicians won't begin working on the 2020 package until late July. Wow. That's funny. That's around when the extra unemployment money stops. That's weird. Okay. Whatever. When Congress returns from their 2-week recess. All right, tell us that again. Which takes place from July. All right, whatever. Okay, sure. According to CBS News, the checks could arrive, could in 2 months, given the schedule of lawmakers. And okay, you told us that already, twice, 3 times up there. It hasn't been confirmed whether the widespread George Floyd protests and civil unrest will affect the White House's agenda when it comes to the second. Oh, The protests, hey, everybody, the protest might affect your money. Okay. And it might affect us giving you more money. Okay. Whatever. Okay. For BA, those things are gonna prevent us from giving you more money. You better watch yourself. Okay. That's what I read. Right. In May, Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell said Congress would decide in a month if it will take up a second round, with the majority of the work happening in July. The Trump administration previously thought the executive branch would work on the plan through the month of July, as per Wall Street Journal, which still may happen. Okay, you guys are not promising anything. Before GOP leaders began negotiating the details, the amount allocated to the first stimulus checks and payouts to struggling business will be evaluated. Okay, whatever. Senate, House, and White House officials have to reach a deal rapidly, considering the monthly $600 enhancement unemployment allowance expires July 31st. Yes, it does. You better get on that, else we're going to have some mayhem in the streets. Really bad. Can you imagine broke people, mad broke people? Oh, man, that's going to be like double worse. Mad people in debt. Meanwhile, the number of Americans who filed jobless claims last week dropped below the 2 million mark for the second week in a row. Yeah. So what does that mean? It's like this. They tell you that, right? Well, yeah, I guess that's true. But since social distancing and the restaurants can be only at half capacity, if people are going back to work for 50% of the time with 20% less pay, I guess they're technically back to work, I guess, but not really. Because they're not even making anything close to what they made before. So, but I guess after 1.54 million people filed claims for the state unemployment benefits last week, according to the U.S. Department of Labor announced on Thursday, the figure marks the second continuous week of the figure has dropped below the 2 million mark. All right, you told us that already. The unemployment rate is down this, blah, blah, blah. The news after the first the news comes after the U.S. Federal Reserve warned that the country may have a long road to economic recovery this week. They damn sure will. My personal opinion, we're going to see the largest bailout in history. You know why? Because it's going to take a century for all the slaves to pay it back. That's going to be generations. So once they give this large bailout in history, you're going to pay for it. People in debt, not people that are not in debt. We're not going to pay for it. You guys, slaves pay for that, right? You're going to pay for it. Your kids are going to pay for it. Your grandkids are going to pay for it. And your grandkids' kids are going to pay for it. It's going to last all the way until the next new economy happens, to the next new worldwide economy, okay? All right. In the U.S. on Thursday, Dow Jones average was down almost 7%. I don't understand any of that. Doesn't make any sense to me. It lost more than 1,800 points. I have no idea what points mean. Worst day since middle of March. I don't know it was. If it was worse, I didn't even look, nor did I know. I had no money to invest, so it has nothing to do with me. Nothing. It's down this. You know, so funny. People in debt don't know they're in debt, and the majority of people think they understand this. You know. And I'm like, if somebody comes up to you and acts as if they understand the NASDAQ, 18,000 points, 5.3%, this is what I want you to ask them. I want you to say, hey, are you in student loan debt? Yeah. How long you've had them? 20 years? And you're telling me you understand this? No, you don't. You don't even understand your own finances. What do you mean I don't understand my own finances? You have a 20-year-old student loan. What do you mean? Doesn't even make sense. All right, that's it on that article. That was a boring article too. Boring. All right, let's see. Shout out to Nicer, thank you. Champ got one. All right, let's go over here. Oh, I got it. That's the one thing about this thing, man. It doesn't allow me to do the links. 1 second here, Champ. I'm gonna get things are slow when it's when I'm doing. I know I got a troll. I know I got a troll. Only trolls do that. Okay, how come I don't see the link here? but I see it over there. Oh, because they can't post links. Okay, gotcha. Okay, champ, what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to email me that link, okay? Email me that link right now, okay? Because you can't do it here. So here's my email. Please email links to this address, okay? Because I would have to allow you to get in there to put links and all that other stuff, and I don't feel like doing all that. Okay, so champ, email me that link and I will bring it up. Okay. Cosmic has one in here. So let's bring this in because I know Cosmic know a ton about this. So we're going to bring this. Cosmic has one here. And I am going to translate it the best as I can. Whoop, no thanks. I don't want to sign up. No. All right, 1 second here. All right, so let's read through this one here. Let's go. All right, Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac will allow borrowers who took forbearance to refinance their mortgage. Okay. So what the company is going to do, which is going to allow you to do, is refinance all your late payments and your fees into a bigger mortgage, which is going to reset your mortgage back to 30 years. Okay, that's what they're going to do. All right. Now, they're saying it in a way like it's a good thing. Also extended their time frame for buying loans that went into first payment forbearance. First payment forbearance. Holy moly. Damn. I never knew there was such a thing. First mortgage payment forbearance. Holy crap. That's like the biggest red flag that you need to, if this is you, that's the biggest red flag should tell you. You are not ready for a house, okay? Most recent data shows that there are approximately 4.1 million borrowers in forbearance on their mortgage, but a lack of clarity in the wording, the CARES Act was leaving many of these borrowers unable to take advantage of the recent record low interest rates. What they really, okay. So what they're really encouraging you to do, they're encouraging you. This is what it's really doing. The banks are brilliant. I swear it's like puppets with no strings. It's just the craziest thing how they do it. It's like, hey, you can refinance. So what they're going to do is when you refinance your house, not only is it going to restart your mortgage over 30 years, it's going to lock you into the housing value of the value of your house, what it is today. So if you refinance it, it's going to lock you into the price of your house today. So when the housing market crash happens next year, if a big bailout doesn't happen, like the biggest in history, if it doesn't happen next year, it's going to be the worst housing market crash ever, right? But when it falls, when your house value goes down, guess what? You're going to be locked into your house value today. Brilliant banks, absolutely brilliant. Brilliant. Not only are they locking in, this is how they're going to pay back all the people that thought they were getting over without paying their mortgage. Not only are they going to lock them into the housing market today, they're going to lock in all those the late payments and whatever fees that they can throw in there, and then they're going to refinance it and make you pay for that. Oh, absolutely brilliant. The bank is just, the bank is badass, man. They are bad. I mean, bad meaning good. The Federal Housing Agency announced Tuesday morning that Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac will now allow borrowers who went in COVID-19 forbearance to refinance their loans or buy a new home with the support of GSEs. I don't know what GSEs are. As long as they made 3 straight months of payments after their forbearance ends. Oh, if they continue to start making payments again. That's much different from the previous thinking that a borrower may not be able to get another GSE mortgage for as many as 12 months after they exit forbearance. What is GSE mortgage? What is that? Cosmic, you know what that is? What is GS? What are they talking about? GSE mortgage. I don't know what that is. What is GSE? Sorry, now I got to look it up. I got to look up the GSE mortgage. I don't know what the hell that is. GSE mortgage. Government-sponsored enterprise. So the people, the government-sponsored enterprise, a type of financial service corporation created by, holy moly. 1 second, you guys, I got to know this information. The government-sponsored enterprise is which is you, which is the people, is a type of financial service corporation created by the United States Congress. Their intended function is to enhance the flow of credit to targeted sectors of the economy to make those segments of the capital market more efficient and transparent, and to reduce risk to investors. So it's government backed. Okay. That's all that means. It's government backed. Okay. So if the people fail, you guys are slaves are going to pay for that. Okay. You slaves are going to pay for that. Okay. Not me, not people in debt, you slaves. All right, let's go on here. The CARES Act stipulates that the mortgage servicers shall report the credit obligation or account as current on any loan that goes into COVID-19 related forbearance. Okay, whatever. Banks don't care about that. They're going to get you to refinance. They don't care if it's on your credit report or not. They're getting paid. And even if you don't pay it, they're still going to get paid. You're still going to pay them. But they're just trying to, the banks are trying to mitigate their losses by having you refinance and lock your ass into the value of that house today. Absolutely brilliant. I can't believe I've been working for a living. I cannot believe I've had a job this long. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I knew when I was in debt, people used to always say that to me. Hey, you know, a job is just above broke. You know, a job, you're selling your dreams away. You hear that. I've heard that all my life during my working career. I just never understood what that meant. Now I do. Man, it's brilliant. But a Housing Wire's Kathleen Howell, so Housing Wire must mean something, reported last week some borrowers are seeing notations on their credit reports like account in forbearance, payment deferred. Okay. If it's true, who cares if it's on there? It's true. So who cares if it's there? That was creating a problem for borrowers who were ready to exit forbearance or those who got put in forbearance by accident. Being put in forbearance by accident is not an accident, okay? They just do it. They look good by doing it, and people that are in debt are not going to fight against it. They're going to be happy about it, okay? They're going to be happy. So only the people that didn't want to go in forbearance are the upset people. Hey, I didn't tell you to do that. Oh, sorry, sir. We'll take you out of it. It's not a problem. Then they just take you out of it. That's it. Oh, okay. Then it's done. Brilliant. As Howley wrote, the sentiment among loan officers was that any notation of forbearance on a borrower's credit file would prevent them from getting another GSE-backed mortgage, either through a refi or buying a new home for 12 months. Now the GSEs are having 9 months off. Now the GSEs are shaving 9 months off of that waiting period, which would allow more borrowers to take advantage of the market's low interest rates instead of being shut out for a year. Of course, they're going to open it back up. And of course, they made the interest rates low. Of course, they're going to shave back the 9 months because they want people to refinance. The more people they lock into the housing market prices of today, they win. According to the FHFA, Federal Housing something administration. Borrowers are now eligible to refinance or buy a new home with GSE backing 3 months after their forbearance ends, as long as they've made three blah, blah, blah. You've already told us that. Or payment deferral option or loan modification. All borrowers who went into forbearance either of their own volunteering by themselves or by accident has happened to some borrowers, but continue to make their mortgage payments are eligible to refinance or buy a new home as long as they are current on their mortgage. Here from Fannie Mae are more details on how borrowers who either requested and or accepted forbearance by eligible for or may be eligible for refinancing the mortgage. Under the temporary eligibility guidelines effective immediately, homeowners who missed payments and entered into a loss mitigation solution, such as a repayment plan, payment deferral, or loan modification, are eligible for a new refinance or purchase mortgage after 3 timely payments. There is no waiting period for borrowers who missed payments due to a COVID-19 hardship, but have since. That's millions of people. Okay, millions. That's millions of mortgages that people are going to refinance, because you got to remember, people in debt, they believe the home is theirs, so they don't want to lose it. So they're going to do anything to hang on to that piece of American dream that they have. But what people in debt don't understand, in order to live the American dream, you must remain asleep. You can't dream awake. You can't be walking around like this and dreaming. That doesn't make any sense. So in order to live the American dream, you must remain asleep. Okay. And so if you do this, if you refinance your house, you are asleep for sure. There is also no waiting period for borrowers who requested forbearance due to blah, 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 financial hardship, but immediately were able to make all their payments on time, whatever. Homeowners who are in COVID-19 forbearance but continue to make their mortgage payments will not be penalized. FHFA director said today's action allows homeowners to access record low mortgage. They keep repeating the record low mortgage rates. They want to repeat that in your head. They keep repeating it and repeating it, so you'll go and refinance your house. The reason why they lowered the rates, so you will refinance your house, locking you into the housing value of today. Okay, when it falls next year. And you better cross your fingers and hope the president saves the economy. You better hope it, because if he doesn't, you're going to lose big time. Believe that. Last month, Fannie Mae announced that they would begin buying loans that went into first payment. You know what I would do if I was in this situation? I would say, and if I lost my job, I would come to terms that I couldn't afford this house anymore. Maybe you gotta come to the terms of that. You gotta say to yourself, am I going to lose this house? If you know you're going to lose your house, don't do none of that stuff. Just say, hey, I can't afford it, and let it go. Right. The policy that was set to expire on May 31st from the FHFA said Tuesday that the GSEs are extending it through August 31st. I bet you are. The enterprises are now able to buy forborne loans with note dates on or before June 30th, 2020, as long as they are delivered to the enterprises by August 31st. What are the enterprises? I don't even know what that is. Oh, the GSEs. Oh, the GSE. The GSEs are going to have one mortgage payment that's been blah, 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 the same old nonsense. Okay, that was good. Thank you. Thank you, Cosmic. Appreciate it. Now let's get back up in here with what Cosmic is saying. So Cosmic says, just send an update for Barron's Homes, blah, blah, blah. She said that. What's up, Frank Lopes? How you doing, sir? Cosmic says, this is just delaying for a softer crash. This will keep people in their houses a bit longer and prolong the pain. In other words, there won't be a gut of houses hitting the market. Yeah, they're stopping that by refinancing the houses. They are preventing they're slowing it down. They're not stopping it. They're slowing it down from all those houses from hitting the market, because the majority of people cannot pay their mortgage. So they're going to naturally accept this refinance. So they're making all the rules look like it's working for the people who are in debt, right? It's, of course, there's going to be attractive to them, especially if you have like a FHA mortgage. You better believe this is attractive to you, okay? And people don't really understand that even if those people don't pay their mortgages, the bank still gets paid because they're government backed. They're backed by slaves. Okay, slaves will pay that debt off. Okay. Cosmic says they keep the party going and they take the hit, and we pay via taxes down the line at some point. Slaves pay the taxes, Cosmic, not us. Cosmic says this is an accident. Some people called to just learn more about forbearance and they got placed in it. It's an accident, but they got their FICO score lower by 75 points. Basically, the government is forcing banks to have all people that signed the forbearance to refinance versus having to pay all missed payments on 4 months. So that's 4 payments due on a month, and they're going to wrap up in a loan. Exactly. That's what they're doing. Jaws 2003 says it's different. It's a different mindset when you have your own whole free and clear. Oh, have your own free and clear. Same with car. I'm not out of debt yet, but I'm on the right steps since coming here. Yes, you are. And there is no going back. Basically, the government. Exactly. You guys, us, we are the government. But there's two type of people there's people that are debt free. We're still part of the people that are debt free are still part of the government, right? We're all one, but we're in the government differently than people in debt. People in debt pay the taxes. People that are debt free, financially free, we don't pay taxes. On paper, we legally pay taxes. If you said, hey, what do you mean you don't pay taxes? And then I show you my paper and it says, hey, yeah, you do pay taxes. Well, yeah, yes, but no. But you can't really explain that to people that are in debt. Okay, you can't explain that. You can't walk up to a person in debt and say, hey, man, you know taxes can help you build wealth. They'll say, what are you talking about, crazy person? You're like, never mind. Doing great, newbie. Love all the advice. Welcome, Frank. Cosmic says, but remember, LJ, there is a housing shortage right now. There is only 1 month inventory versus 6 months, which is considered healthy. I have no idea. I mean, I believe it, Cosmic. I'm just talking about what's down the line. I don't really pay attention to what's happening now. I'm sure you see it. I'm sure you see it. I'm personally not even looking for it, honestly. I just watch people. I just want to watch people. That's why I have been saying there will no housing crash like 2008. Okay. Jaws 2003 says, I was listening to Glendon Cameron channel, and he was saying the houses will crash in 2021, and then pain won't ease up until 2022. I believe that 100%. If the president doesn't come up with this package, I keep saying it, there is no way our president is going to let the economy crash, the worst economy crash in history, happen on his watch. I just don't believe he'll do it. I don't believe he'll allow it. I just don't believe it. Nope. Because too many people want to see him crash and burn. They just want to see him crash and burn. And this will be the icing on the cake. Oh, look what the president, he couldn't even save the economy. He's not going to let that happen. Andre says they need to reset the amortization. This is, you know as well as I know, Andre, this is a new economy, okay? They're resetting everything. Everything's getting reset. Everything's getting reset. Cosmic says, I don't care what Glenda said. I'm just saying my opinion. Of course, I get what you're saying, Cosmic. I totally get it. Totally get it. But I'm saying, Cosmic, unless there's the biggest multi-trillion-dollar bailout in history, there's going to be a housing market crash. Believe that. That's happening. Nothing's going to prevent it. Nothing. If they get the majority of people to refinance their houses, would that stop the crash? That would slow it down considerably, though. That would slow it down considerably. Most definitely. Definitely would slow it down. Refinance their house would lock them into the value of their house today. people would pull out the equity of the house, and then that would keep them comfortable for a little while, because people in debt, they don't know to reduce their expenses. They don't know to say, hey, maybe this house is too much for me. Maybe that car is too much for me. Maybe I have too many credit cards. They don't really reduce their lifestyle because people in debt are trying to keep a facade. So they're trying to make the people, they're trying to pretend to the people around them that this pandemic is not affecting them, and it affects everybody. So they're going to pretend. So what they're going to do is refinance their house. They're going to believe they have money. So they already believe it's their house. They're going to refinance the house, pull out the money. They're going to think they now have extra money, continue to pay their bills with it to keep up with the facade. That will stretch out another 6 months, and then it'll crash if something happens. So, yeah. Because if the president can come in and swoop in and save the economy, that would pretty much guarantee. If the president can come in and swoop in and save us from the worst economy crash in history, his reelection will be guaranteed. Because what people in debt don't really understand, they don't really get it, but they're slaves, right? They don't understand that money rules the world, the physical world. The money rules the physical world, and people in debt don't really realize that money doesn't even exist for them. They don't even realize it. They don't even know, right? They don't even know. So if somebody comes in and saves them from their imaginary world, that's pretty much a guaranteed second term presidency. That's my opinion. That's my opinion. Infrastructure stimulus, yes. Yeah. Infrastructure stimulus. You're right about that. Yes, sir. Infrastructure stimulus. It absolutely has to happen, because if it doesn't happen, everybody loses, including the rich. And that most definitely cannot happen. Everybody loses. Everybody loses. Okay, let me go check NC Biggs. I didn't. All right, let's see here. Oh yeah, you've been. Oh damn. My bad. My bad. I've been wrapped up. I'm sorry, you guys. All right. Let me see here. All right, here we're gonna read. This one is from NC Biggs. All right. All right, let's see here. I always look at the big words to let you know who they're talking to. Moratoriums. How eviction moratoriums are hurting small landlords, and why that's bad for the future of affordable housing. Okay, making it seem like landlords are different than regular people. Okay, they're making it seem like that. I'm not sure why they're doing that. So let's keep this going here. In the mid 1960s, why are you going back to, why are you talking about that? Greg was a young mother. I'm not reading all that. A divorce, bloggity blah, was a clerk. I meant this. Then the coronavirus pandemic upended it all when the COVID-19 soil killing tens of thousands of Americans. Okay, you're throwing in fear for some reason. Now, if you guys want to read those articles, let me know, and I can post if you want to read it in full. But I skip over stuff that they try to add in feelings and stuff. I don't really feel like understanding that right now. Government. Okay, so Americans squeezing the economy. Federal government, states, municipalities issued a raft of rent protections, including long-term eviction moratoriums. While such policies were issued in good faith, they were designed to protect renters who have lost their incomes from losing the roofs over their heads. They have leveled a crushing blow to small independent landlords like, I don't know how to pronounce that, who rely on a handful of rental units in their livelihoods. Though the protections are dictated by the local officials and vary by area, many long-term in the city of Los Angeles, where property is tenants who have been impacted by the virus will have up to 12 months from the end of the city's emergency declaration to repay their back rent without late fees. In New York City, eviction protections last until the end of August. In Pennsylvania, renters shielded from eviction until middle of July. The city's order has resulted in $15,000 in unpaid rent and zero in government assistance to help her pay for maintenance expenses and other bills, including personal mortgages. New California building codes also require her to pay at least $60,000, she says, for earthquake prevention reinforcement of her units. Okay, well, why? I don't know why she's telling us all the rules that she already knew she signed up for. Okay, all right, the city does this, they do that. You knew that when you bought the properties. Okay, so I don't know why you're telling us that right now. My retirement is going down the tubes because of this. Yeah, everybody's retirement's gone. So, all right, well, let's go on to the next one. What they're trying to do is make it feel like she's like everybody else. What we already know, everybody's affected by the pandemic. A complex of broader economic crisis and its impact on renters is not lost. I feel sorry for him, she says, describing one of the tenants who lost his job and stopped paying rent. He's caught in a situation just like I am. But why are they throwing me under the bus? Why am I responsible for him? Interesting. Problems with eviction moratorium policies are twofold. First, not all landlords are alike. Large, wealthy real estate firms and development conglomerates don't control the entire market. In fact, just over half of the U.S. rental supply, about own business entities, according to this and that. The 22 million rental units owned by individuals who are likely to own single units, homes, and duplexes are often called mom, whatever. Man, this is a long one. Okay, they're telling more stories. Okay, they're just telling stories. Nope, I don't feel like getting into that. All right, let's get back to what you guys are. Charles 2003 says, I don't believe so because of all layoffs. All right, since some articles, 10%. Cosmo says, I'm buying a house this week after $18,000. So there are deals to be had now. I plan to dollar cost average home purchases for the next 5 years. For your market, Jaws, you might get that in Florida. The economy. Okay, it's talking to her. Andre says, I love overpaying for properties. Okay, I know that's code in there, Andre, but I don't know what that code is, what you're saying. I love overpaying for property. So that's code for something. All right, let's see. High Fee says, I've been fighting becoming too slave to a Lincoln Navigator or Jet Black Acura. I'm tempted, I'm not gonna lie. Hey man, you've been fighting to become a slave. That's crazy. Just by hearing you even say that, High Fees, you've been fighting not to become a slave. That kind of talk doesn't make sense to me. It's like, wow, there's nothing on earth that I would voluntarily do to become a slave. I wouldn't just never do that. There's nothing on earth. I just said she threw herself under the bus. She sure did. She just threw herself under the bus. Oh, me, man, why me? Well, that's the pandemic. That has nothing to do with anybody, right? What's up, Dark Man? Andre says, because she doesn't understand debt. She doesn't understand debt. You're right. NC Big says, LJ, on the one title, you will like this for sure. It's a good one. Okay, let me get back there. Let me go back there and look. 1 second here. Let's go back. All right, this next one, let's see what this is real quick. Okay, yeah, the black-owned businesses one, I really don't get into that kind of stuff because what I do, it has nothing, when it comes to debt, it has nothing to do with color, you know. So I don't really do that kind of stuff. Let's see. Let's see. Discover says fewer people are opting to defer the grant. Are opting, fewer says are opting to defer. Let me see. Let me see that one. Dealership finance. Discover. What? Oh, you said. Let me see. Okay. All right. Okay. NC Biggs is right about this one. All right. Let me see this one. All right. You know, I like that one for sure. All right. So let's do this one. Ooh, these gnats, man. Getting on my nerves, man. Whew, living down south, man. I'm telling you, these gnats be getting on my nerves. They love this light for some reason. All right, so this one. Americans set record high for car payments right before the coronavirus lockdown. So this was, it doesn't say a date. No one factors in global pandemic when looking to buy a car. No, they don't. Only people in debt don't do that. See, they got to specify who they're talking about. Only people in debt don't factor in a global pandemic. Why would you? Let me reread that one more time. No one factors in a global pandemic when looking to buy a car. That's not true because no one implies everyone in the United States of America, and that's not true. So some people, why would you? That would be like worrying if your new Subaru could make it to high ground when the super volcano under Yosemite blows, but it happened, and record high monthly payments meeting in ensuing economic collapse could have harsh repercussions throughout the auto industry. Oh, it's already happened. Before the coronavirus pandemic slammed the brakes on the economy, those buying new vehicles in the first quarter agreed to an average monthly loan of $569 a month. All the time, with the average amount borrowed hitting a record of $33,739. The numbers for used vehicle prices also climbed high, and the average this. Now, I want you guys to understand when they talk about the average, this is what the average is. The average is made up of millions upon millions upon millions of people making the same financial decisions as one. Okay, so all the people in debt, they put them all together and they say, out of all these people in debt, the average payment is this. So whenever you hear the average payment is this, the average is that. If your payments are around their average, you are part of the average of millions of people in debt. Okay, you're part of that average. Okay, that's a whole lot. Most definitely is. All right. This info comes from the credit tracking company Experian. A private company, by the way, a private for-profit company, right? An expert with Experian told in CNBC that the rise in payments is due in part to more people buying and less leasing. The rise is also due to cars just generally becoming more expensive over the last decade. No, it's just because you're in debt. Indeed, those innocent souls in 2019 and the beginning of 2020 were more comfortable with insanely long term as well. Insanely long loan terms as well as skyrocketing monthly payments. It's weird how they just mix shit in there. But now with unemployment at this and a plague-induced recession settling in, That pricey car payment might not look so comfortable now. Banks feel the same, with Wells Fargo putting a halt to auto loans and independent dealerships because of worries over default. In the last bad recession, car loan default soared. Hold on for a second. I gotta turn this thing on. 1 second, you guys. Okay, let's go back here. Halt auto loans to independent dealerships because of worries over default. In the last bad recession, car loan defaults soared, and that was before loan terms got completely out of hand. There's room for some hope. However, at least for the auto industry, car sales hit an annualized 12.2 million in May, according to Bloomberg, while still a drop of 30% over May 19. It's quite the step up from annualized rate of 8.6 million sold. Used cars are rebounding quicker than new car sales, with prices rising to 20%. They throw all these numbers in there because you got to understand, people in debt, they don't really understand numbers like this because that's why they're in debt. They don't really understand all this stuff. That's why they throw it in there. This point, that 62%, this and that. If they understood money, they wouldn't be in debt. So that's mathematically impossible for them to understand this. This is why they put it in there. This is why I scan over it, because I know what they're doing when they throw all these percentages and this and that and stuff in there. It's just to make it sound fancy, like these people know what. Not saying that they're not knowing what they're saying. I'm saying that people in debt don't understand that. Okay, people in debt. There could be people in debt writing these articles. They're probably in debt, just doing what they're told. Whatever, you know. That was a good one. Thank you, NC Briggs. Cosmic says then yet cities with tourism will take the hits, the other markets not too much. Darkman says in talk to my boss and projections on business, they aren't looking good. At first I was down. Now I took my feelings out of it and planned accordingly. You know what, Darkman, put it this way, and this is something I realized personally, okay? Always in every aspect of your life, and I 100% mean this, okay? Mean this. Take the red pill in every aspect of your life, and your life will improve. Take the red pill, meaning always go by what you see, never what you hear. Just when you see something, believe it, because they're doing it. They're doing it to you. They're doing it right in your face. Like when I show savings minus debt equals a negative number, and you see that, if you want to become rich, all you got to do is believe your own math. You see it, right? You see it. You just got to see it. Like, oh, damn, that's it. Yeah, that's it right there, right? That goes for every aspect of your life. Believe what you see, never what you hear. All right, not never, but smaller percentage. XOXO, hello. Hertz is filing for bankruptcy. Hopefully, I can get a good deal. Paying car in cash car, right? You know what? And I wonder, Hertz is, you got to remember, when you hear people, big companies file for bankruptcy, sometimes they're filing bankruptcy so they can restructure. It doesn't necessarily mean they're going to be out of business. This is their chance to restructure. This is their chance to catch up with how Uber's doing it, and Lyft and all these other places that have all these employees, but they're 1099 employees, right? You just never know. But yeah, you're going to get a good car deal anyway, period. Not just because of Hertz, because millions of people cannot pay their car notes. So the banks are going to have millions of repossessions, millions. And they don't want all those worthless, depreciating things. They want to sell them, period. You know, they're going to have some car auctions. Believe that. Believe that. That's happening. There are going to be so many deals, plenty of deals. Andre says, pandemic equal regularly scheduled crisis. Yeah, you're talking alien. Now, those of you that listen to Andre talk, you don't really understand what he's saying. You don't understand it because he's speaking alien. Okay? It's true. It's true. When you come to the members only video tonight, the members only live, I'm going to show it to you. Now, I'm going to show you other people that speak alien so you guys can understand. When you hear me say that, you're probably thinking, oh, I've only heard LJ say that. I'm going to show you that other people, popular people, say they use the same term because it's true. It's true. Okay. Josh 2003 says Central and South Florida will be hit very hard. Okay, you guys are chit-chatting. All right. Now, if you're new to the channel, don't be afraid to ask me any questions. If you want to join the members only, let me put that up there so you guys can, this time I was ready. Now, if you want to join the members only SMD family, members only channel, there it is. There's the link. Okay, you want to join there. I put live videos in there that for members only. I do a lot of examples, like when I talk about retirement and stuff. I go into a little more detail, not in the detail like I'm a retirement person. I'm a 401k expert. No, I'm telling you about those retirement plans, but from a debt-free perspective, so you can see what they really mean, right? And if you actually understand this, it can help you prepare. You put it this way, you will be able to prepare as an employee how to take advantage of the tax savings now as an employee, so you can see how it works. So when you're ready to start a business, you will already know what it means to understand what tax savings really means. Okay, that's the best way I can explain that. Andre the Martian, yeah, he's an alien for sure. He's speaking alien. He's definitely speaking alien for sure. But you got to understand, I'm proud to be an alien, man. It was tough at first, right? I had to come out the closet. I was peeking, you know. I had my big eye, was peeking out there, and people would see me like, "Oh, LJ's crazy," you know. You freaking alien. And then once I embraced my alienism. Yeah, that's a word. Alienism. It is a word. Yes. Look it up. Look it up. Alienism. Now I'm out. I'm out of the closet now. I don't care what other people think. I don't care how people feel about math. I don't care how they feel about it. So what? Is it true? Yeah, then that's all that counts. Okay. Any questions? There's the link for if you want to join the Savings Minus Debt group, the private members only. Okay. If you want to catch today's live at 6 p.m. Eastern time, 6 p.m. Eastern time. All right. Close some of these windows, man. Let's see. Gabriel says 100% there would be an economic crash. I just don't know where it will start. Well, we'll know by the summertime. We'll know. Gabriel, don't look past July 31st. Right now, don't try to predict past July 31st. Something has to happen by July 31st or August. Somewhere right there, July 31st, August, something has to happen, and it has to be major. And I'm going to just tell you right now, a second round of stimulus checks ain't going to do it. It's not going to do it. They're going to have, again, my personal opinion, we're going to see the largest bailout in history, which will enslave slaves for a century, generations. This amount of money, put it this way. If slaves believe that it's okay to carry a student loan, now we're talking 50,000, 100,000. Some people got 2-3, and doctors have 200,000-300,000 in student loan debt, right? If you can get slaves to believe it's okay to pay your entire life on that amount of money, what do you think they're going to do with trillions of dollars? Trillions. You know how many slaves you can have and do you know how many generations of slaves you can have with trillions of dollars? just long enough that will go along the new economy. That much money will last a new economy. So with the new tax system that is perfectly matched with the new economy, that will and the money to enslave slaves for a century, perfect. Absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. I must admit, it's like, don't ask me who's, if there's a person or a family or, you can read on YouTube, hey, it's the Rothschilds and all this other stuff and blah, blah, blah. I don't believe any of that shit. None of that. I don't believe it. Who's writing that? Somebody in debt? I don't know. Who's saying that? I don't know. XOXO says, it is a good idea to, instead of paying taxes, invest the money in 401 Roth. Well, what you're saying, XOXO, you cannot do, right? There is no option of not paying taxes and investing. That's impossible. You can't do that. That'd be called tax evasion. You go to prison for that. You can't. There is no option of not paying taxes. So that's not an option. Okay, so you have to pay taxes, right? Darkman says, I might have missed your answer, but what do you think we should do to brace the impending economic situation? Get out of debt. Stack right now, stack your money. Just keep stacking. Stack your money, stack it. The only thing, and you got to remember, Darkman, the only thing that survives a pandemic is student loan. Student loans are pandemic proof. If you can do whatever you need to do to pay off your student loans, I do it. I would do it, right? Because anything after that, you could just file Chapter 7 bankruptcy. Chapter 7, boom, done. But student loans, you can't do that. You have to pay them. They are pandemic proof, okay? Right now, what people should be doing, they should take their retirement and pay off their student loans. If you have enough money in your 401k, your retirement, whatever, pay off your student loans right now with it. If you want to save for retirement, use your retirement to pay off your student loans right now. Okay, right now. LJ, I see on my personal Facebook page where there's a petition going around to cancel student loan debt because of COVID-19. Only slaves believe that. This is what that kind of survey really means, right? They're just putting out there to see how many people are in trouble with student loan debt. Because you got to remember, only people that are in student loan debt would sign it. I wouldn't. Why would I sign it? I'm not in student loan debt. Why would I sign it? It doesn't make any sense. Hey, get rid of student loan debt. Why? If I paid off my student loan debt, why would I sign a petition to have it wiped out? Why would I do that? That doesn't make any sense to me. I paid mine off. You can do it too. That ain't fair. That's not fair. If I had to pay mine off, you don't have to pay yours off. No, you have to pay yours off too. Yes, you do. The only thing they're doing is gathering information to see how many people are out there that are slaves, that are begging. Oh my God, government, please, please pay off that student loan debt. I don't want to be a slave. They're going to say, sorry, you're a slave. You're a slave until you're dead. We're not wiping out anything. Hopefully, just putting that out there is going to do a couple of things, because people in debt don't really understand, right? They're gathering information to see how many people are really in debt, which they already know. They already know that, right? But also, you get these people that go to school, get the loans in hopes that the student loan debt is going to be wiped out. So they're believing they're going to get a free education. So they're going to go all the way out. Shit, I might as well go ahead and get a doctorate, man. They're about to wipe out the student loan debt anyway. No, you're not. They're just making more slaves. They're never going to do that. They're never, ever going to do that. By wiping out student loan debt, that would crash the economy. You mean to tell me if they took out $1.6 trillion out of the economy and they could vanish, that won't affect the economy? Yes, it would. All the businesses, think about it this way. You got to think bigger picture. all the businesses that house student loan debt, that house it, make money, all the business people that collect it, all those businesses would be out of business immediately. Navient, the people that hold student loans and manage them, they would be instantly out of business. You think that's ever going to happen? No, it's not. No, it's not. That'll never happen. All those student loan forgiveness programs, you don't need those no more. You wipe out student loan debt, you won't even need those no more. Nope. Those are slave camps. Student loan forgiveness programs, those are slave camps. Those are places that nobody wants to work at, but you have to because you're in student loan debt. You're a slave. You're going to work there slave, and you're going to work there for 10 years. This is how it works. They said just like this to the slaves. This is where you're going to work. You're going to do it for 10 years, and you better follow every single rule that I give you, or I'm kicking you out. You got that, slave? And you're only going to make this much money. I don't care what the free market's making. You're going to make this working here, slave. Do you understand? The slave says yes. And then on top of that, they say, and by the way, let me tell you something else. I'm not even going to promise you that I'm going to forgive your. I'm not even promising that I'm going to forgive your student loans at the end of 10 years. I'm not even promising you that. Do you understand that, slave? Slave goes, yes. And then by the 1% chance that I might even forgive your loans, guess what? You're going to have to pay taxes on it. So if the 1% chance that I forgive your loans and it's $50,000, guess what? Now you're going to be in the hands of the IRS because you're going to have to pay taxes on that $50,000. You don't get out for free, slave. The only way you're getting out is pay your student loans off. That's the only way. That's the only way. And Andre is right. Cash is king, baby. It's king right now. It's king. Cash. Stack your dough. I say still pay off your. Do it this way. You got to do it slightly different. Stack your money. If things happen to turn around and some miraculous presidential money comes or whatever, right? You already have the money to pay off your student loans right there. If everything turns around, things turn around, something happens, you have the money to say, pay it off. Because I tell you guys all this. My son called me the other day. He's 25. He called me at 2:30 in the morning. I'm 3 hours ahead of him. He told me he paid off his $23,600 student loan debt. 25 years old, paid it off. You guys have no idea how proud that makes me. I said, son, you're free now. You're free at an age I wish I was free. You're totally free. You have no debt, not even student loan debt. You are free. Nothing else will stop you. As long as you keep taking the red pill, you will always be free in every part of your life. Darkman says there's going to be a lot of folks that are going to be moving back in with their folks. Glad I didn't take that step to get a house this year, or I would have been down a bad. Yeah, that would have been bad. That would have been very bad. I'm so glad you didn't do that, Darkman. You were saying that stuff. I was like, dude. And if you're new to my channel, let me tell you what I did. Okay, for me to get out of debt, I moved out of my fancy high rise, sold my Lexus, sold all my stuff in my apartment, and moved into my sister's house in a room. As a 40-year-old successful six-figure making college educated engineer. People thought I was on crack. What's wrong with LJ? Is he smoking? What's wrong? Did he lose his job? What's going on with him? No, I was getting out of debt. I did whatever it took to get out of debt. I did whatever it took. Didn't matter what people in debt. When you get out of debt, I want you guys to understand something. Those of you guys listening, do not listen to people in debt. If they believe they're homeowners with a 30-year mortgage, let them believe it. That has no concern of yours. If they're bragging about an Amex card, let them believe it's their money. Why are they bragging on the bank's money? I don't know. That's not your concern. It doesn't matter. They start bragging on credit card limits. Let them do it. It doesn't matter. Don't listen to them. Who cares if they're to yourself, you say, why are they bragging on the bank's money? I don't know. They just do stuff like that. I have no idea. If they believe they got a brand new car on sale, they financed the $80,000 Cadillac Escalade, and they think they can afford it, whatever, let them believe it. And they try to talk about your old paid off 2010 Honda Accord, let them believe it. It doesn't matter what slaves think. It doesn't matter what they believe. Slaves only have an opinion. When they're in debt, people in debt don't really understand that slaves' opinions don't matter. They just don't matter. They don't know that though, okay? Gabriel says, imagine having student loans for 20 years. Oh yeah, people, you better believe that happens now, okay? See, Gabriel, you're 19. There's people with student loans that had them for 40 years, okay? Free at 25, James. He's winning. I'm so proud of my son. He's just my youngest son, right? My other two sons, they're not really deep in debt, but they're not really hearing the Kool-Aid. My youngest son, he did it, paid off $23,600, paid it off. I said, you are free at 25, son. You have no idea what you did. Not a clue. You are free. Grind that red pill down to a powder and snort that. Will hit your system faster than swallow. It sure will. Do whatever, shoot that up. Crack that red gel pillow. James Sandman, never listen to broke people in debt. Don't listen to people in debt. Don't say broke, because people in debt don't really understand. Broke, I ain't broke, man. I got all this money. And now, see, you got to make sure you use the right words around people in debt. No, you're in debt. What does that mean? I can show you. I can show you that you're in debt. Kay says, I guess I'm gonna go sell this damn gold chain and pay down my debt. Sell that worthless gold chain. Okay, sell it. You'll check it out. Sell it now, get out of debt, and you'll be able to buy gold at half the price from people in debt. Okay, don't worry about the price of gold right now. Don't even, hey, oh my God, I better get in now. Don't worry about that. You're gonna buy it for half the price from people in debt. Okay. James Sandman says, young dude, LOL at my car. I asked him what he owned. His girlfriend told him he got what? He said, young dude. Oh, he laughed at your car. I asked him what he owned. His girlfriend told him he got you. I asked him what he owned. His girlfriend told him he got you. He got you? I got to make sure I'm reading that right. I'm not sure if I'm reading. Frank Loeb says, great advice. Never listen to advice from people in debt on what you're doing getting out of debt. Yeah, you just never listen. You don't listen to people in debt. Slaves, you don't listen to them. Anybody trying to give you like advice, especially during a pandemic, you got to just ask them, do you got student loans? If they say yeah, you don't listen to them. You got student loans? Yeah. What year did you graduate? Oh, yeah, I ain't listening to you. Why not? You're in debt. You're paying on student loans for 10 years, and then you're gonna tell me how to do my finances? Why are you paying on student loans when you went to college for 4 years? Why are you paying on student loans for 10 years while you went to college for 4 years? That doesn't make any sense. Why are you doing that? Explain that to me. Darkman says, I'm snorting that red pill like Tony Montana did in Scarface. I know, stack up a whole bunch of red pills on your desk and just pills all stuck up your nose. You'd be like, damn, man. And, you know? So true. Never take advice from people that people are not doing what you're doing. And that's anything, investing, business. If they ain't doing, don't listen to them. Don't listen to them. Don't listen to them. What's up, Living for Life? How you doing? Welcome. I love the conversation, man. We're doing good. This is really good. Let me close. Sorry, you guys. Let me close some of these windows. I got too many windows open. All right, let me log out of there. What time is it? 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock. So I got about 3 hours because I got to prepare for this prepare for the members only live today. You put that up there. If you haven't joined the group, there's the link. You can join the members only SMD family group where I do private lives. I do a lot of sayings, in the community. Sometimes thoughts come to my mind about debt and what I see. I like to share that with people so they can understand and just get it more and more and more, Dark Man says, had cousins with 20-year-old student loans trying to judge me on my situation. I simply nodded and went about my day. You just got to go. And that's exactly what you got to do. You just got to go, oh, okay. See you later. Bye. Have a good one. Oh, man, you know what, man? Hey, that cryptocurrency, man, it's getting up there, man. You got your student loans? Yeah, that's why you're investing in cryptocurrency. Why? Because you have student loans. That's why you're investing in cryptocurrency. The majority of people that tell you to invest in cryptocurrency, they're in debt. I promise you, they're in debt. They don't know. People in debt, again, I always got to repeat this. People who are in debt, slaves, they don't know money in any form doesn't even exist for them. In any form. Dollars, gold, silver, cryptocurrency, euros, the German marks, whatever. It doesn't matter. It doesn't exist for them. Now they're going to, since they don't even realize regular physical money doesn't exist for them, now they believe in something that they can't even see or touch. The only reason why they believe in the money that they have, because they can see it and touch it, right? And they can smell it, right? But now they're believing in money that doesn't even exist. Oh, it's super encrypted. We don't know who does it. Nobody can crack the code and all this. Do you believe that? You believe all that stuff. You believe that. Yeah? Okay, whatever. Nice, says LJ doing a double header today. I am. Got to catch up. Been thinking about some things this week, so I got to catch up what I'm doing. Give the public viewers what they want, give the private viewers what they want, the members only what they want. Just remember, never waste a good crisis, as Winston Churchill said. In the next few years, there will be winners and losers. Now, you see what Cosmic's saying? She's speaking alien. That's something that you can't say that out until you can't say something like that amongst the slaves. You can't say that. Hey, never waste a good crisis. They're going to be like, what the hell? Who are you? What do you mean a good crisis? Crisis is not good. Who are you? You trying to rub it in her face? No, that's not what I'm trying to say. No, it's too late. You think I would ever argue with unconscious slaves? I'm never doing that. Mm-mm. You think I'm going to argue with them about mathematics? No way. That'll be so stupid. I would never even let somebody even catch me on a video recorded with somebody that recording me arguing with somebody over mathematics. I would never allow that in a million years. I would never allow that. I would be embarrassed. Man, you arguing with that dude over mathematics? No, man, it wasn't me. That was my twin brother. That was not me. Oh, we got a new member. Now you're gonna have to help me. You're gonna have to tell me your name. Uncle Reg. Okay. So Uncle Reg. Okay, I got it. Okay, Uncle Reg. Hey, welcome, sir. Thank you for being part of the SMD family. Thank you for being a members only SMD family member. Appreciate it. I'll see you at 6 o'clock, hopefully. This is going to be a live, so hopefully I'll see you at 6 p.m. Eastern time today, this evening. Okay. Hope to see you there. Hope to see you there, Uncle Reg. I like that name. SMD family members, welcome Uncle Reg to the family. Sir, welcome. If you don't mind me asking, Uncle Reg, how'd you find me? Nicer showing the love to Uncle Reg. Champ says, advice on starting a business now. Should I pull my 401k to acquire a business or start from the ground? First of all, Champ, are you in debt? Are you in debt? That's the number one question. Are you in debt? And I'm gonna leave that question up there for Cosmic. Cosmic might have some good advice on there, but it starts from the ground up. Even Cosmic can't answer this question for you. We got to first find out if you're in debt. If you're in debt, the answer is no. Okay, I'm gonna just tell you that right off the bat. Answer is no if you're in debt. Okay. Oh, O'Shea. Okay, cool. I will let Mr. Jackson know where you came. You came over from his channel. I appreciate it. Hopefully, sometimes O'Shea jumps in and he catches the show every now and then. Maybe he says something. Sometimes he does. Sometimes he doesn't. But hopefully, he'll see this. But I'll let him know that you came over from his channel. I appreciate it. Thank you, sir. O'Shea and I are talking about. He's a busy dude, so I don't know if it's going to happen tonight. I'm not sure, but we're going to talk about dating as a debt-free man, right? So people understand how once I became debt-free, I explained to people how dating life was me, how dating life was for me, because I'm with somebody now, how dating life was for me when I became debt-free, okay? It's very different, very different. Right. See what she's saying, champ? There's too many variables to answer blindly. So the one question you can't really answer blindly is, are you in debt right now? If you're in debt, the answer is no. Okay. James Sandman says that will be a great pack show. I really am looking forward to that. When he said it last night during the collab last night with him, I was like, oh, that's awesome, man. I got plenty of information there. Woo. I'm gonna save dudes. Now this works for women and dudes. Okay. I'm just saying dude because I'm a guy, right? But I'm telling you, okay, you get out of debt, it's gonna save you. It's gonna save you so much from bad relationships, because they always say just go by the statistics, right? The number one reason of divorce is over money, right? It's not money, it's debt. There's two people in debt. They get together and then they start to, well, I'm going to save that for the show. I'm not going to give it away. I'm going to save it for the show. Too much valuable information right there. Welcome, Uncle Reg. I appreciate you joining. I hope you enjoyed the few videos that I have in there already. I just recently posted my personal story video in there, right? My personal story video in there. Let me know how you enjoy it. Let me know what you get out of it. Let me know your take on it. Appreciate it. Because save that. Oh yeah, I always put collaborations in my playlist. So collaborations, if you go to my playlist on Savings Minus Debt, you will see all the collaborations in there, right? All right, Champ says, no debt, no student loan debt, no car loan, no home loan. Would I do that then? Would I do that? Okay, Cosmic, I'm gonna let you hand that one, because I don't necessarily know if I would. If you ain't got no other debt, I don't know. I wouldn't pull my money from my I wouldn't pull money from my 401k to start a business. I wouldn't do that. I would get a loan. Personally, I would get a business loan. Right? I'd get a business loan. I wouldn't pull my 401k money. Personally. I'm gonna let Cosmic put her pieces in. Oh, life for a business. Thank you, sir. Much appreciated. Welcome. Thank you, sir. Hopefully I'll see you at 6 o'clock. Live only, members only live, 6 o'clock tonight, p.m. Eastern time. If you get a chance, Life for Business, check out the videos that I have in there already. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you guys want to see in there. I go into the reason why I started this life on the other side of zero, life north of zero, right? That in that area, I can talk about what's on this side of zero, north of zero, right? I don't really have to explain why I'm saying it. This is why I love that side of it, right? I can just go straight into it. I don't have to explain why I'm saying this, because the base, if you're joining that group, you already know you believe in mathematics. You already believe in mathematics. You're already there. We can just start from there, right? So cool. Thank you, Nicer. That's the Cash App. Thank you guys for all your donations. Much appreciated. It's always appreciated. If you want help, SavingsMinusDebt.com, free 30-minute consultation. Go to schedule your own free 30-minute consultation, and then we'll talk. Let's talk. Uncle Red says, I like your philosophy about being debt-free. Thank you, sir. Much appreciated. You know, and one thing I love about it is just mathematics, right? It's just math. You know, I'm not doing anything fancy. I want everybody to take what I teach and kill it in the finance game. I promise you, you'll kill it. Okay? Champ, new member. Thank you, Champ. Much appreciated. Wow, this is, man, you guys showing me a lot of love, man. I ain't gonna lie. I know you guys see me on camera, but I'm a humble dude, man. I really am a humble dude. Frank Lopes, man, you got, oh man, you guys are, oh man. Wow. Frank Lopes. Okay, man, you guys, man, you guys have no idea how much this means to me. I've been putting in work, man. To even earn you guys money to come into a members only group. I want you guys to understand something. That means the world to me. That means that the work I've been putting in, because you guys go look at on the free site, I got hundreds of videos, man. I was talking to myself on my lives for a year by myself. Maybe one or two people popped in, but I didn't care, man. I didn't care. I said, I want people to understand this type of freedom. I want them to understand that this shit ain't even complicated. It's not even complicated. It's just 5th grade math. That's it, man. That's it. That's it, man. That's it. That's it. Let me see. Andre says, you are supposed to be paid to purchase a business. You are supposed to be paid to purchase a business. Now, you got to listen to Andre, too. Andre got some good advice. Cosmic got some good advice. You should buy a business before you build your business. Wow. Okay. All right. Cosmic says, I need way more info to give you an honest assessment like financial of said business. Yeah. And this is general. You know, I don't want you to run out and do something with all the pieces in place. That's not good. Not good at all. So you're going to get honest advice here, champ. I promise you. And now don't forget to join the Discord server. That's free. That's set up by Hyphy. Hyphy set that up. If you need any information, I'll put the link in. Hyphy, you in here? I'm not sure if you're in here, man. But if any of you guys have the Discord link, can somebody post that in here? Because I didn't put the details in this video yet, but I will. Andre says, red pill equals everything is the opposite of what you've been told. Exactly. And like I always said, not only take the red pill in your financial life, that's a must, right? Take the red pill in your whole entire life, and your whole life will change. I promise you. It will totally. And the crazy thing about it, all you got to do is believe what you see. When it comes to the physical world, put it this way, anything outside yourself, all you got to do is always take the red pill. Always. Anything you look at, just look at it. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Because the giveaway to tell if it's the blue pill, it won't make sense. Blue pill stuff doesn't make sense. You'd be like, why is that person doing that? Why are they doing this? Why do you believe that? That doesn't make sense. That's blue pill. Thank you, Frank Lopes. Glad to join this family. I appreciate it, Mr. Lopes, man. And again, I want you guys to understand something. I know you see the confidence. Like when you guys see me do collabs, right? I know to strangers, I look like a complete asshole. I know I do. I know I do. But the reason, what they don't understand is this. I know when I walk into collabs, I have math on my side. So I'm not worried about anything. I'm not worried about anything because I know my math is right. That is why I talk like I talk. And I know for a fact that if the right people hear me, they will understand. They will say, damn, that dude, yeah, I understand what he's saying, but everything he's saying is correct. His math is not wrong. then you start to realize why is everybody getting mad at his math? You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate you, man. I really do. Look like I might have a packed house at 6 o'clock. You guys are putting the pressure on me, man. Let's see, 3 hours. Okay, we're gonna cut this off because I need at least a couple hours of prep time. Because I want to show you guys something. Okay, I really want to show you guys this. And this is important that I deliver this properly, right? Life for Business says, missed the show with you and O'Shea. Looking forward to the collab. Both of you brothers doing big things. SMD family is growing. Keep spreading the knowledge. My brother, thank you, sir. And you know, Life for Business, this was on the fly. You know, sometimes O'Shea's like that. He's like, hey, man, you ready now? He's been like that since the first show, right? So Ill Wills, he introduced me to O'Shea, right? He told me about him. And then O'Shea had me on the show. But the day O'Shea was going to have me on the show, he's like, email me like 30 minutes. Hey, man, you ready to do this now? I was like, oh, crap. Yeah, I'm ready to do it now. That's how he is. Boom, boom, boom. Just got to be ready. Okay, let me see. Okay, Cosmic's talking to Champ. Frank Lope says, came across a video on YouTube with Denzel collab. Okay, cool. All right, that's how you found me. All right, cool. I appreciate it. Now, yeah, me and Denzel, we've done 2 videos now. We're probably not going to do any more. Okay, that's that kind of collabs. Not saying anything negative about them, but it's those kind of collabs are those are pointless. It really doesn't get anywhere. It's like, again, I'm not knocking him. I'm not knocking his business. I'm not knocking any people's businesses like him. It's just like we just got 2 different ideologies. One's an ideology and one is factual. Mine is factual. Okay, mine is not a guess. Mine is not a guess. It's not a maybe or sort of. It is, right? So Beverly says, I'm your lucky charm, LJ. Hey, anything that's gonna bring me luck, hey, I'm with it. Hey, come on with it. You know what I'm saying? Andre says, don't pay debt, own debt. See, he's talking alien. Now, if you're in debt, you're not going to really understand what he's saying. Hey, don't pay on debt, own debt. What do you mean? What the hell? What do you mean, own debt? What do you mean taxes can help you build wealth? What do you mean, get out of debt? You can see all that. You'll hear all that. Frank Lope says, but I love honest and truthful advice. I appreciate that, right? And you know what? I love giving it. I absolutely love giving it. It's something about, and I ain't gonna lie. Let me just tell you guys tell you the truth. No, this knowledge makes me feel like I got a superpower, right? But it's not a superpower like, ooh, I could fly to the top of the building. It's like, nah, man, I'm just using the math that I learned in grade school on my finances. It's nothing fancy. But what the superpower is this, that people don't see it. That's what blows my mind. I could show somebody mathematically that they're not a homeowner if they have a mortgage and they still won't believe it. That's the superpower. You don't see this math? Yeah, here, do it yourself. And then they do the math themselves and they look at it and they still don't believe it. That's the superpower. You don't believe your own math? Nah, man, I don't believe that. You go, damn, that is a superpower. You don't even believe not my math. You don't believe your own math, right? No, I don't believe it. Okay, all right, cool. Where'd that go? Right. AJ says, I'm almost debt free, $5,000 remaining. I want to start a cleaning business next. All right. Put it this way, AJ. Once you become debt free, I promise you'll know exactly what to do. Come to the SMD family. These guys, I don't know. I'm not hip on the business advice yet. I'm not really there, but you want to start. If you saying you want to do a clean, well, you know what? Put it this way. People are going to be working from home now. I think that's an excellent business because the majority of people are going to be working from home and they're going to be working even more hours because you got to remember, people in debt think like this. If I work from home, that means I don't have to drive in traffic. If I don't have to drive in traffic, that means I can work more hours. So they're going to be working even longer hours working from home. Longer hours because they know they don't have to go anywhere and they're happy with that. They don't have to get dressed. They don't have to shower. They don't have to do anything, right? Or drive. They're going to be working from home and they're not going to want to clean their house. So Cleaning business is the way to go. Believe that. And right now is a good time, because if you get out of debt, there's a lot of cleaning business that are going to go under due to the coronavirus. Because remember, right now at this particular moment, people are not chancing other strangers coming to their house because of coronavirus. So they're not going to let you in. But right now you can prepare yourself by getting equipment for half the price for people that with cleaning businesses that are going under. Okay. Right now is the time. All right. Because it's going to come around. Everything. All you got to think about it this way. I always look at the majority. I always say to myself, when it comes to anything, I say, what would the majority do? The majority are not going to clean their house. They're going to become lazier. Their obesity is about to go through the roof right now. It's about to go through the roof. People don't even have to leave their house for their food. People are paying more for food delivery than the food itself. Obesity is about to go through the roof. They're not going to want to clean their house. And guess what? You're going to come in and make all that money. Congratulations. Good choice. Right now, at the moment, anyway, you're getting out of debt, so you really don't care right now. Just wait a little bit longer. Wait till all the other cleaning businesses go under, because they've been running on debt the whole time. Once they go under, they're going to need money. Then when they close their business, they're going to have to auction off all the stuff. Guess what? You come in, swoop in, get all the cleaning equipment you need for half the price or quarter the price. That's how you do it. See, this is what I'm saying. The SMD family, nicer. Throwing up thumbs up to AJ, Jewel throwing up, hey, rooting for you. We want everybody in the SMD family to be successful. I want everybody to become multimillionaires, because I promise you this, once you get out of debt, you will know exactly how to become a millionaire. Exactly. You'll know which way to go. You'll be like, oh, damn, now that I'm cleared out of debt, millionaire is that way. It's north. To become a millionaire, you got to go north, right? When you're in debt, you've been going south, and you're like, man, where was that turn? I know somebody told me over here that I could become a millionaire this way. This is all the people trying to sell you ways to become a millionaire. That dude told me if I bought that program, I'd become a millionaire in this time, but he told me to take a left when I was supposed to take a right. But you don't realize you're still driving south. Then once you get out of debt, you're like, oh crap, I was supposed to go north on Millionaire Road, not south on Millionaire Road. I was supposed to go north on Millionaire Road. Oh man, this stupid GPS. Oh, it's the people in debt GPS. I was looking at debt GPS, not debt-free GPS. Oh, damn. Oh. What's up, Nicole? Welcome, AJ. Champ says O'Shea. AJ says, LJ, I need some advice from you later. I really want a house after I'm debt free. I'm single father of 2 boys, and I want a bigger place for them. It don't have to be a big house. You first of all determine what type of house you want. Don't worry about the money. Don't worry about how you're going to get it. Don't worry about any of that, because there's about to be a housing market crash. So this is what I want you to do. Focus on AJ. This is what I want you to do. Focus on getting out of debt. And then I want you to really think about where you want to live. Do you want to continue to live in the area you live in now? Maybe you want to live in a warmer place. You're going to have your choice of where you want to live come the next 6 months. Okay. Don't worry about the price, don't worry about the price of homes, because you're never going to. People that are debt free, we don't pay full price for anything. Okay. That's for people in debt. The sale prices that you see on houses, that's for people in debt. Okay. That doesn't apply to you. Foreclosures, tax liens, properties abandoned, because there's going to be a lot of people that are just going to walk away from the house. Okay, believe that they're just going to walk away. Frank Loaf says, see you guys tonight. Have a blessed afternoon. See you tonight, Frank. See you in a few hours, actually. Husband says, what's up, Jewel? James says, LJ, I don't have card on me, but I get home in a few days. I'm signing up. Okay, appreciate it, man. Appreciate you, James. Let me keep throwing that in there for these newcomers, just in case what coming in don't know what I'm talking about. That's the link to the SMD Members Only group. Okay. All right. This is where I do members only lives in there. I do member only. I do a lot of statements in there. I usually do it at 6 because a lot of people, since you guys are paying for it, I found that 6 o'clock is the sweet spot for everybody to be able to jump on and do the lives. Okay. And sometimes I'll just do random thoughts. Okay. I think a lot when I'm not online and things come to me, and the way they come, I got to turn this AC on. Hold on for a quick second. The way they come to me is in debt-free language, okay? And I don't really, it'd be a total waste of time of putting it out there on the regular side of the savings minus debt, where people don't really even understand what it means. It's total waste of time. Nice, it says, in the Matrix movie, Cypher said to Neo, why didn't I take the blue pill, then betrayed his crew to rejoin the Matrix? Oh yeah, that's right. Beware of people who talk like they wish they took the blue pill instead of the red pill. Right. Be careful. Said to Neil, why didn't I take the, oh, that's right, that dude. That's right. He said, why didn't I? Okay. I remember that. See what I'm saying? Hey, AJ, you seeing what Andre says? Make sure someone else pays for your home. Make sure somebody else pays for your home and the taxes on your home. Okay. There's ways to do it. I promise you, there's ways to do it. One day, what was that word again, Andre? You said legal or tax sovereign, right? You said tax sovereign, correct? What was that term you used for legally not paying taxes again? You said tax sovereign, right? You guys, and I've learned, man, I'm going to tell you guys, I promise you. Okay, tax sovereign. Okay, that's my new word. Tax sovereign right there. This is my goal, to be tax sovereign. That's my goal. This is the only guaranteed ROI, guaranteed return on investment, becoming tax sovereign. You get to tax sovereign, the money never stops flowing. It never stops. Never stops. Okay? Never stops flowing. Thanks for the advice. Will do. You're welcome, AJ. Appreciate it. Nicer says, I've been forgetting about the time zone difference like your last live. I was thinking it was 6 p.m. Central Time, and I missed like the first 15 minutes. Yeah, I try to get in there and make sure 6 p.m. Eastern Time, right? 6 p.m. Eastern. So if you guys didn't hear, it's 6 p.m. It's always 6 p.m. Eastern Time. That's the sweet spot for everybody to be able to join that live, okay? Reality Game Design says, YouTube not giving me notifications when you're live. You know what's so funny? Me and before we got on to the live, O'Shea and I, we were talking before we went on live, right? We were talking about the YouTube notifications, how people are not getting them. So I was just telling them the techniques I was doing. What I do like a 3 hour ahead of notice so it can work through the YouTube system. And then I go in and share it in the community on the free side through the whole thing, right? That's where I put all the information. I go and then I put it in this Discord server. I put it in there. I put it in YouTube. I try to mitigate this YouTube thing, because think about it, man. They got this. YouTube is the biggest stage on the internet. This is the largest stage. This is why I chose YouTube, you guys, because it's the biggest stage on the internet. This is the biggest stage. It's bigger than Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch. It's bigger than everything. This is the biggest stage. Okay, this is why I chose it. This is why I'm choosing to keep everything here. I don't want people to leave. I don't want people to have to go to another platform. Stay with the one that's going to outlast all of them. YouTube is not going anywhere anytime soon, okay? They just said, I'm from Michigan. Andre says, all wealth is tied to taxes. Sure is. Look at Andre talking that alien game, man. He's talking that alien game. I hope you guys are getting it. You're soaking it up. Dave Sincere, what's up, man? Let's see you sneak in here. The wealthy understand that we pay more in taxes than the wealthy understands that we pay more in taxes than everything else combined. Are you saying that wealthy don't pay taxes? If you're saying that, Dave, I'm not really understanding what you're saying. Only working people pay taxes, right? Wealthy don't pay taxes legally, right? If you look on paper, you'll see they pay taxes, right? But in mathematical reality, they don't, okay? So when you hear people say, hey, tax the wealthy, if I was wealthy, I would just laugh. I'm like, you're not taxing me. It's going to be passed back to you. What are you talking? You think I'm going to pay it? I'm not paying it. You guys are going to pay it. Andre says, I love paying myself interest. I bet you do. You know, so funny, if people outside this channel heard Andre talk, they'd be like, who is this motherfucker? He's always bragging about he got money, he's not paying taxes, and he's paying himself. Who is he? He think he's better than, you know, he's just talking mathematics. That's it. He's not saying anything. He's not saying anything fancy. He's saying, hey, I said 1 + 1 = 2. And then if I do 2 + 2 = 4 and then make them pay it and then charge them interest, that means they're paying it. That's all. It's nothing really fancy at all. Dave Sincere says, the key is to operate within the guidelines of the IRS code to benefit yourself. Yeah, play by the rules. Always. Now, listen, if you come to this channel, always play by the rules. Do not cheat the IRS. Don't cut corners. Don't make up stuff to write off. Don't do any of that. That's what people in debt do. Don't do any of that. Okay? You say, hey, what can I do? You don't even have to know the rules. You just hire somebody that's really, really good. How do you do that? You ask to see their personal credit report. You go to hire a tax person. You say, hey man, I need you to do my taxes. They go say, yeah, I can get you back the most money and blah, blah, blah. You said, forget all that. Let me see your personal credit report first. I need to know if you understand the rules that the majority can't see. I'm not hiring a tax person who's been in debt, who's got 20-year-old student loan debt. They don't know. They don't understand. I'm not going to hire an accountant with student loans older than their children. They're missing the whole piece of the puzzle. I'm not hiring you. Sorry. You went to school. Like if you come to accountant, you hire an accountant that's deep in debt. They went to school on how to balance books, but they don't even balance their own books. Why would I hire them to balance my books? That makes absolutely no sense. Not even trying to hear what you got to say. Sorry. Reality Game Design says, I think he meant entrepreneurs. Are you guys talking amongst yourself? Let's see. Andre says, it's not difficult, actually. Just listen to LJ. See what I'm saying? It's not difficult. It's really not. I just keep saying like this. I would not be in front of you. Oops, I'm not even turning my camera back on. I would not be in front of you if I didn't get out of debt. I wouldn't even be in front of you right now. Wouldn't even be in front of you. I wouldn't know anything about taxes. Taxes can help you build wealth. What are you talking about? I've been told my whole life that taxes are the very reason why I'm broke. Only people in debt say stuff like that. When you walk around and tell people, oh man, taxes are killing me and this and that, you're telling everybody around you that you're broke. That's what you're saying. You're saying a slave. You don't. There you go. Finally got that damn gnat. It's getting on my nerves. Sorry for that loud pop, but that gnat was getting on my nerves, man. Getting on my nerves. Cosmic says, I don't pay state taxes for my business income. My state doesn't tax income from businesses under 250,000 over. Then it's a flat 3% over them. It's a flat 3% over the amount. Learn your state business laws. Google is a great tool. See, when I start making money, you think I'm gonna take the time to learn all that stuff? I ain't learning none of that. I'm gonna hire somebody to do it. Hey, and I don't even know how, I don't even need to know any of that stuff. I just know that I need to that needs to be understood. So I would hire a person to say, hey man, you see this stuff Cosmic's talking about? Yeah. You understand that? Yeah, you good? Let me see your personal credit report first. Oh, you ain't got no debt? Now I know for a fact you understand what Cosmic Wisdom's saying. All right, continue on. Here you go. Take care of my business. You're not going to cut any corners, right? I better not come back and double check you and you cut some corners on the IRS because you're fired if you do that. If I find out that you wrote off something that doesn't exist and you got me back some money for it, I'm firing you for it. They're going to say, why? Because it doesn't exist. Why would you do that? You don't play with me like that. Andre says 7,000 pages of IRS code, lots of loopholes. Sure is. And you know what's so funny, you guys? Even that word loophole, when you're in debt, I remember being in debt and I heard the word loophole. I thought it was some kind of something. I don't know what I thought it was. When somebody says that, hey man, that's a loophole, you turn to them and say, is that legal? Yeah, it's legal. Then it's not a loophole. It's just legal. It's a legal way. Loopholes are legal ways of doing something that you don't know about. That's it. It's not a loophole. It's a legal way of doing something. It's almost like if two people are going to the same place, right? But somebody knows a shortcut to that place. They still get to the same place, but somebody got there faster because they knew a shortcut. That's it. That's nothing. They're still on the road. They still did 35 miles an hour, and they still pulled up into it's the same thing. Loopholes, don't confuse that word loophole with anything like somebody's getting away with something. It's legal, okay? Dave says, I've been tuning in, watching the show on my TV. I'm organizing all the papers in my filing cabinet. Reality Game Design says, I meant when he was talking about people paying the most in taxes, entrepreneur. Oh, gotcha. Even though there are some things you can do to offset that legally. Yeah, it counts on everybody's definite, and you got to, when people say entrepreneurs do this, you got to turn to that person and say, what's your definition of entrepreneur? Because everybody's version of entrepreneur is different. What is entrepreneur? You got to remember, what does entrepreneur mean to you? What does that mean? Because I see entrepreneur all the time, all over Facebook and people's names. Entrepreneur this, I'm an entrepreneur. Nobody says, what does that mean? Is that just a fancy word? What is that, right? Wealthy understands average U.S. citizen pays a gang in taxes, state, blah, 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 blackety, blah, blackety, blah, blah, blah. Wealth spends money to pros who understand tax code that will teach them. Meanwhile, average tax-paying citizen will complain about buying a book, much less paying a professional that will help them on. Yeah, exactly. I was one of them. When you're in debt, all you think about is hiring a tax person that's going to get you the most amount of money back in your income tax check, right? You don't care who they are. You just find out, hey man, so-and-so does taxes, man. Oh, they do, man. Can they give me back a lot of money? Yeah. Okay, I'll hire them because they can get you back a lot of money. It just doesn't make any sense. You know absolutely nothing if that person doing your taxes even knows how to do taxes. You just heard, hey man, they got back so-and-so, I hired so-and-so and they got back so-and-so $3,000. Really? How'd they do that? Because if you mess up, if your taxes are messed up, the IRS doesn't come after the person that prepared your taxes. They come after you. That's your problem. If you hired somebody that messed up and cheated on your taxes, that's your problem. That's not their problem. That's your problem. Thank you very much. Hit that like button and subscribe. Thank you, Nicer. CashApp, SavingsMinusDebt. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate it. Appreciate your donations. Much appreciated. I love the notes that you guys put in there. What I did, it's just amazing. And to see how many people jumped on to become members, man, that's just it blows me away. I appreciate it. It's humbling. It's wow. No, it's really. It inspires me to. That's why I keep looking at the clock. Like, okay, El, you got about 2.5 hours. I got to get started on what I'm going to do. It's not really that difficult, but I just want you guys to see and hear something which is going to blow you guys away. Okay, I'm excited to show you. Let you guys in a little my world of how I research, how I do things, how I look for stuff, and it's not just. Living life north of zero is more than just the money part. It's the psychological part. It's it's unlearning what you've been taught, right? Because the red pill is hard to swallow. You have to swallow the red pill. Swallowing the red pill basically helps you admit that you've been doing it wrong for all those years. Because I could imagine, I mean, because I did it personally. You guys got to remember, I woke up at 40. Once I got out of debt, it didn't really happen to me until I got out of debt. Once I got out of debt and got my first check, once on the north side of zero, once I got my first check, that's when the red pill really sunk in. I started looking back over all of my 40 years, what I was accepting from jobs, how many cars I financed, how many house loans I got. I got 2 in my lifetime, 2 house loans, relationships, what I did in relationships, how I wasted money doing stuff, because it's a combination of things. And I do this only inside the members only group. Now I'm thinking if O'Shea doesn't get back to me, I'm just going to do dating. I'm gonna share dating. I probably just do it anyway, right? Dating, what it's like dating on the, I wonder if I should do that tonight. I don't know. I'll think about it. Anyway, either one of them is going to be good anyway. Both of them are going to be good anyway. But I think it's important for all ages to understand how your life is going to change once you become debt free. And the best advice I can say is this: once you swallow that pill, when it comes to your finances, once you swallow the red pill when it comes to your finances, take another pill for your personal life too. Swallow that pill. Swallow that pill and your whole life will change. I promise you, it will change. It will change. You swallow that pill in every aspect of your life. Let's just put it that way. Cosmic says, a great CPA should be teaching you these tax nuances, but sadly, there are a lot of bad CPAs. If you have to teach them, you don't use them. Exactly. And again, you want a CPA, ask to see the CPA's personal credit report. Not their credit score, their personal credit report. I know it's an uncomfortable question to ask, but this is your money. Feeling uncomfortable, those are feelings. Don't let feelings override logic. Okay. Doesn't matter how they feel about it. Hey, if they ask, why do you want to see my personal credit report? You just say it straight up. I want to see if you're in debt. What does that have to do with anything? It has everything to do with everything. I need to see if you're in debt, because if you're in debt, you will not understand how I want you to do my taxes. You won't get it. How do you know? Because you don't know you're in debt. If you're in debt, will never be able to understand how taxes truly work. You will never understand it. You can't. It's impossible for you. It's mathematically impossible for you to see the true purposes of taxes. It's impossible. Reality Game Design says, I agree. That definitely was Wesley Snipes' problem. It sure was. When I saw Wesley Snipes go to prison over taxes, you know what I said to myself? He was in debt. Because I promise you this, if I get a hold of a star, like a famous person or whatever, and I'm everybody's stars, I'm just saying a nationally recognized person. And then like that, what happened to Wesley Snipes? If I got a hold of Wesley Snipes before that happened, I wasn't debt free at that time. I'm just telling you something. If it happened today, that would never happen. That would never happen. I would teach a person how to make sure that never happens. Oh man, it was the tax guy. They was ripping me off for millions of dollars. That would never happen. That would never happen. I would hire a CPA, a tax person, and then I would hire another one. Without them to even know, well, one would know about the other. I would say, hey, check this out. I actually wouldn't have to do that. I would just see their personal credit report and I could pretty much trust the person, right? But if I'm looking to hire another person to check this person, I already know something's wrong because I'm hiring this person to check that person. It really doesn't matter. But I would hire a tax person. I would say, hey, man, check this out. I need to see your credit report and we need to write up some agreement that I get to see your credit report every 3 months. Because anything can happen, right? Anything can happen. Hey, every 3 months, I want to look at your credit report and you'll be hired. I'll keep you hired. Now, if you're debt free, it won't matter to a debt free person because nothing's going to be on. It's going to be blank. You want to see my credit report? Yeah, here you go. It's just all zeros. It doesn't mean anything, right? All right, you guys. We're going to wrap this up. I got to get ready for this evening's live for the members only. I got to get ready for that, okay? And I don't want to switch the program up. I will let you guys know if O'Shea and I do a collab tonight. Please, if you're subscribed to the channel, if not, please subscribe to the channel now. And please turn on the reminders, hit the subscribe button, and then hit that bell and say all so you can get the notifications. I appreciate it. And what I'm going to do, not only you should be able to get the notifications through the normal notification process of YouTube, right? I'm going to also put the link inside of the community and let it spread out that way if it can. And if you join the Discord server, I also put it in the Discord server to everyone in the Discord server so they can see it, okay? All right. And if you're looking for me on YouTube, you just come across my live channel and you just see it. This is how you find me. If you want to share the channel, it's a few ways. You can say, just search YouTube Savings Minus Debt, or you can just simply tell them to Google the hashtag of Savings Minus Debt, hashtag Savings Minus Debt, and I will be the only one that pops up in that Google search, okay? The only one, all right? So if there are not any more questions, we're going to go ahead and end this live session. And I will see you guys tonight in the members only group, 6 p.m. Eastern time, EST. Savings Minus Debt. If you need me to get you started with a plan, you can follow me on Instagram at SavingsMinusDebt. Okay. Again, I appreciate you all. Thank you, Andre. Stay on the path, people. Just stay on the path, and you will be able to clearly understand what things that I say, what Andre say, Cosmic say, Nicer says. It's called the language of debt-free. All right, you'll get it all. Nobody's being smart. Nobody's saying they're better than somebody else. It's just that it's a different language. And what you got to do is believe in mathematics. You got to believe in mathematics. Believing in math is the base foundation. That's the base. You got to believe in math. The red pill, you got to believe it. Okay? All right, you guys have a wonderful evening. Thank you for joining. Share the video with your friends. See you tonight, 6 p.m. I keep looking at that clock because you guys have put the pressure on me. Thank you, everybody that has joined the members only group of Savings Minus Debt. I appreciate it all. It's a very humbling experience. It just lets me know that my hard work is finally paying off, man. I just, especially during a pandemic, it's just amazing. You got to remember like this: if you can create a business in a pandemic, imagine what you're going to do outside of a pandemic. Just imagine. It's when you take the red pill, it's unlimited. The red pill removes the limits created by the blue pill. Okay, taking the red pill, that's the best way to say it. Taking the red pill removes all the imaginary limits created by the blue pill. All right, you guys have a wonderful day, wonderful evening. See you later.